Hey, what's happening here, people? Pause this back. Once again, I'm back with a new commentator called Senna. We're here, we're in China, we're at round 2 for the Performance League, and I don't know why I'm speaking in this really underquiet tone. I think maybe baby's asleep. Moving on though. Pause and Senna for the Chinese Grand Prix, round 2. How you doing, Senna? What's happening, my man?
Hello, hello. Happy to be here.
Indeed, that's what we like to hear. If you can now admit that we're not paying you anything and we're fucking slave labouring you, mate. You know what I mean? It's not a problem. But we are here
Well,
today.
free night, can't beat it.
We're here with the Chinese Grand Prix guys, episode 2 or race 2, shall we say? And yeah, it's going to be pretty epic. This, to be fair, we've got currently 9 drivers. And oh my god, it's raining.
A wet session, alright.
Yes.
And a dry race.
Maybe at the end it might be a bit of rain. But we do have here, guys, Senna making his debut on commentary. He will be here with me for the remainder of the evening. Beer and Kebab, Google translate for Senna, please, says Beer. I think that's what I'm here for. I'm going to just basically act as a colour commentator and a translator here tonight, but we'll move on.
Oh, he's some boy, you know what I mean?
But we are here, guys. So we have a 9-car field. We have here Mustafa Shag driving a Red Bull, Maldini Ferrari, Grim in the Haas, me and Senna driving the Saubers. We're not really commentating. We're just going to swerve you and drive around the back for 50 fucking 6 laps. It's something we're going to do. We've got Swizz is back. Swizzle's back. Williams, Verstappen, Toro Rosso, Jan Force India, Venoms, Renault, Ben in the Toro Rosso, and Hemp in the second Williams. Senna, you're a very, very avid member of the F1 community, mate. What do you think is going to happen in this particular race tonight, mate? Give us your predictions.
Well, we had the race obviously yesterday, China for the 100%, and it's horrible on tyres, even on the intermediate tyres. The wear is very high. The effort's constant to keep up and keep the gap. So it'll be interesting to see who's got consistency and who can make up those pit stops.
It'll be. I mean, we've heard obviously the mutings of some of the guys, haven't we? That they've been kind of getting further than others. And Maldini is one today in the Ferrari that is obviously the Ferrari's not exactly known for its fantastic tyre wear, but I just want to point out for the fans at home as well, Ben did not get out first. Mustafa Shag has beaten him down the pit lane, so I'm sure that's going to make him really happy with his life. But yeah, this is race 2, man. I mean, unfortunately, you were actually scheduled to race Senna, weren't you? But obviously, other commitments did incur. But you would have been in the Sauber round Bahrain, which probably would have resulted in a few.
Or stability, maybe.
I think that's probably part of the reason why inevitably you would have been in the commentary box anyway, because you would have told F1 to fuck off if you have to drive around 56 laps in a fucking Sauber. You know what I mean? It won't happen. But
I would think about seriously, my life options.
So yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting one this tonight. We've currently got obviously almost every single driver's out on track. What they haven't really noticed is the fact it does dry up a little bit later on into the session, about 10 minutes through. I mean, obviously as a driver, it would, I myself, it's all simply a case of just, wouldn't you wait, or would you just go for the banker lap and kind of cover off the sort of potential that it won't dry up at the end?
Well, if it does dry up at the end, I mean, me and Penguino, we were sitting in the garage, and just as it was drying up on track, we had the monitor, and if we switched between the tyres, we could see the gap and the delta going up quite rapidly. And then when it levelled off, that's when we went out. Really need to wait for the track to grip up, and a dry line's not going to appear now till the end of the session. So see if people can get it done clean. That's really the main thing.
If they can just kind of almost grab that by the balls, so to speak, isn't it, and then take it a bit further than what they need to. We've got pretty stacked field tonight. I mean, we're only missing a few drivers. Obviously, nobody has actually missed it simply by not mentioning us, other than one regular Mercedes driver, Junior Mellish. You fucking tit! Where the fuck are you? But yeah. Oh, we got Ben. Where's Shag gone? What about a Shag? I thought he was out of Ben. I haven't missed that. Ben in the Toro Rosso, of course, he was in the Haas last week. I'll be fair, he had possibly one of the worst races of his career in his own adage point. He had no pace, he was nowhere, and we have heard similar meetings as well, Sen, of course, haven't we, about Grim in the Haas this week having no pace. The car doesn't seem to be functioning at the level of what it should be. It's an interesting one to see where each individual driver will go. I mean, obviously we're at China, it's not going to be the same as Bahrain, where the Red Bull will not dominate, of course. The Red Bull won't dominate this race, it's just simply won't, because of the amount of straights. Looking at it from a perspective of a constructor, what team do you think will benefit the most out of this, mate?
Well, it's a difficult one, but you can definitely tell the Ferraris at the moment are pushing, and you know they're definitely setting purple sectors. So
he is as well. Look at that, great call. Man, I didn't
Grim
look
as
at
well
that.
has been setting low sectors too. So everyone's setting themselves up here for hopefully a decent time.
What's happened to Ben with a 1:52.055 goes into the provisional pole. Shag must have had a bit of an incident, I think he did. He's there as well. Grim goes first with a 1:51.7, and Maldini is 1.7 seconds ahead. What a lap that is there, by the way. Swizzle is on his way back around now. Swizz in the Williams, of course. He will be probably, hopefully not blowing up this engine, you know. I mean, it is Mercedes, so it has a little bit more of a stability thing. Swizz goes second with a 1:52.4. That's good stuff.
Swizz is fond of the rain.
He does like it. He
has
been proven to be some form of a rain meister, mate. I mean, obviously in the Tuesday races he was just better than a lot of the other drivers on the field. We've got Venoms, who is also in the Renault. We're just going to basically flick through and up and down the drivers here, mate, get an idea where everyone kind of fits in. Vemans crosses the line, and that's a superb lap for the Renault. 1:51.1. Wow.
That's a very good lap.
Jesus Christ.
You should think he'll be happy with that for the first leg.
Yeah, but then you've got to remember it's Vemans. He probably won't be happy with it at all, will he? Because it's pure Vemans. He's just not happy about most things. But we'll stop taking shots at people now.
Understeer, oversteer. There's nothing worse than driving a car that you don't have confidence in. The lap time doesn't come out at all.
Senna, I thought you were going to start singing the Wombles to me there, mate. Honest to God, underground, overground, wobbling free. I've sung that. You guys went to start on stream. Second time in 3 weeks I've done that. Soldier Jan moves into third position with a 1:51.263. Good move there by Jan. A good start. We've got Verstappen and Hemp, who I believe I've noticed what we noticed, mate, in the initial commentary when we were just talking about it a bit earlier. When obviously, you know, it is going to dry up. Officially classified as dry now. It's saying it's dry now. I'll just take a look at the tyres anyway, just really for the Delta side of it. Let's have a little look.
Still quite a lot of kick up coming from the tyres.
It's still 15 seconds away. Ouch. Is all I'm saying. Good call by Pos. Everyone go out on slicks. Why not? I've done. All of you go out.
If I get interested, huh?
Yeah,
we've got 1:49.9, an improvement there from Maldini.
He's gone even quicker. Oof, Jesus Christ. He's putting on a clinic, Maldini, isn't he, at the moment? He's in the Ferrari. He has to win this race.
It's a top flight car. There's no reason why he shouldn't.
He only came...
You know, if it all goes to plan with the strategy.
9th last week, Senna, he came. 8th or 9th. Had an awful race. But, of course, you cannot write off the Red Bull. As we know, Shag, our inaugural race winner in the Red Bull. But he's nowhere near Maldini's time. I know Shag does not like the rain. He has made that very, very clear over the course of his ESR career, hasn't he? He's been... I won't say he's been shit, he just hates it. with a passion. Probably as much as I hate certain individuals, but I'm not naming names. Right, we are currently... Well, this feels like a co-op again, mate, to be honest. Right, we have... Everyone's going to be pretty much setting a lap time. We've got the two cars, ESR, Verstappen, and Hemp, also out on track this center. I'll tell you what then, out of kind of advice, what would you really say would be the key to nailing a lap around China? Because I know you're pretty shit hot around here, mate. What would you say the key to nailing a lap is?
Well, I would say the second sector is critical. Coming off that... the second sector coming off the S's. It's quite a tricky braking zone.
Oh, you referring to the double left-hander?
Into the back bit before we come down to the back straight. It's a tricky sector, and to get this corner right, to get it all the way right, especially in these conditions, is difficult. Especially if you have less assist, less traction. There's much more to deal with and much more to distract you from nailing it. It's not easy.
it turns a raffle into a lottery, doesn't it? Basically, in terms of, you know, whether you're going to get round the corners fine, whether you're going to be there, whether you're going to kind of skid the car out going around the two left-hands. And we say that as Hemp runs off to, I think, well, where are we? We're in Beijing. Are we Shanghai? We're Shanghai, aren't we, with this? Yeah, we are Shanghai.
Shanghai. Yeah.
Well, he's just driven off to Beijing. That kind of answers the question. So there you go. We just went off at the first corner. We're just trying to work out where we were. So we currently then have our main guys running up here. We've got Maldini, Bemmans, Jan, Swizz, Shag, Grim, and Ben at the moment, currently to run down the order. I'll tell you what, Bemmans in the Renault, second place.
Verstappen starting his lap now.
On board with Verstappen. Hemp, I know, did make a big mistake, so Hemp won't really impact the top guys. We will focus on Verstappen. He did become
Well,
the
Hemp
pivotal
does have
figure.
a little bit of catching up to do. I mean, he's got 12 points there as opposed to Grim's 15 and Shag's 25. I mean, Hemp ideally wants to get himself in the podium to keep himself within a chance of catching that top of the table. Same with Grim Nosh as well. He's going to need that too.
Admittedly, Hemp does have a big advantage, and Grim with a handicap. Hemp has the Mercedes engine.
He's good with the strategy, Hemp.
He seems to be. He just seems to have a little bit of misfortune with incidents, doesn't he, in terms of certain times of the race, and just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, almost a lot of the time for poor Hempy. But, you know, I can call him poor if you want.
All drivers in the carriage.
He broke the mould that he had. He got his highest ever finish with a 4th position, as you mentioned, Senna, 12 points. You can't laugh at that, can you really? It was one of the best performances I've seen from him as a commentator, and of course, you know, as a racer as well. He just drove a faultless race, always involved, and
lucky to stay out of it all. Lucky to stay out of all the madness.
all I'm going to turn on and say is that we were just talking about Hemp. He's currently driving at the pit lane through the gravel. We'll leave that part out. So yep, we'll go back to Verstappen really quickly. I don't think we should edit that. I think I should stay in there personally. But we have here, now the track is getting drier. You can see clearly on the track that there is a... And they're all coming to the pits. It can't be slicks already, surely, to God.
Soon.
Nobody is on track. Wow.
Yeah, I think we're starting to think about what to do next, really. It's just, you know, it's that sort of... Definitely a good dry line, but... There's not as much kick up on the circuit either from the tyres.
It is. It's a weird one, man, isn't it? That's the interesting key thing about this game. It's made everything kind of open up, really, hasn't it? In terms of like when the weather comes in. Obviously, we've had previous F1 games, haven't we, where the rain hasn't really played into that big a factor because you could just go in, change your tyres, and carry on driving. This game, even though as broken to fuck as it is, like, you know what I mean, does give you that sort of mental feeling where, you know, you have to really think about what you're doing in terms of that. And I think personally, this is, knowing Codemasters are going to take rain out of the game now and just basically put snow in next year or something, aren't they? The fucking idiots. But
well, I hope they're not doing anything like that.
I bet it'll happen. You know it, I know it, everyone will know it. And yeah, so we've got no cars out on track. Thank you guys, you know what I mean, for putting me in Senna in 8th. I'm almost tempted to go out and do a hot lap or just an out lap just to show you the track, really. But if I did that, half the commentators would probably kill me. So, and the drivers would hate me even more. So yeah, probably not going to happen.
Either that, or you could do that and just go around and do a lap round, and then just go into the pit lane before you complete the lap.
Knowing my luck, though, someone would do a pole position lap one day, and I'll bloody miss it, won't I? Oops. Yeah, can't go doing that. Yeah, but so
everyone's sitting chilling at the moment.
They are, man. I mean, we've got Soljian beating the Williams of Swizz. That's an interesting one. Those two do have a lot of battles in many different fields, but F1 is the battleground today. Red Bull Infinis, I think Shag's probably going to be happy with that lap, and one person we know who is Vemmans. He's probably currently having a bit of a jack off in the corner now, isn't he, over that lap? I mean, goodness me, getting a 1:51 in the dry for a Renault is pretty good, let alone the wet. Fair play to you, mate. We've got here...
I mean, the Renault is 1.2 seconds behind you. That's quite a gap from the Ferrari when you think about just how powerful, you know, the difference is between them.
Do you know what it is?
2 seconds.
It's but then
even in the wet,
weird
it's quite
as well.
striking. That's quite big.
With Renault being up there, because you have to consider them to be a lower end back market team, don't you? Really, in a nutshell, that's what they are. And he's worked miracles here. Oh, we've got cars actually out on track now. Forgive me. I was reliving the nostalgia of Renaults.
There we go.
Hashtag F1
Maldini.
2017. Hashtag
Soldier Jan and Swizz coming out.
So we do have Verstappen that I will focus on just for the moment, only simply because here, Senna, he hasn't actually done a lap yet. And of course, if nobody does a timed lap, then we're going to tie you to a chair and do something like, I don't know, slap you or something. I don't know. I'm not one for these punishments, like, you know what I mean? We have Verstappen on track, so it's going to be a tricky one. I don't really know which way to go in terms of who I think is going to come second. It's an open playing field, and what I'm surprised with is the choice of tyres, Senna. What are they doing, some of them?
Super soft. Yeah, I mean,
Why
they're
are
not
they-
going to
why are they
switch
on
on
the
for a
softs?
good few minutes. Maybe we've not even switch on at all to the
What's
end
the
of the
point?
session.
Why
When
are
it's
they on the
cold, it's
softs?
very, very hard to switch them on.
They don't need to be on the soft tyres here, you know. It was a wet session start.
No, it's just going to be a dry. It's going to be a dry race.
Oh, but that's what I mean. But the
Yeah.
tyres they use here...
Temperature drops at the end.
No, it's more the point. The tyres that they're using here, they're not going to start it anyway. Because it was an intermediate start to the session.
Oh.
You just expect them to throw on the super softs. Unless, of course, that's part of their strategy, potentially. We don't know, of course, do we? But, right, we are going on board with, I believe, Swizzle is on his flyer. I believe Scott is the furthest through. No, he's not. That shows how much I know. But we will focus currently on the Red Bull of Verstappen, or Toro Rosso, forgive me. They're looking very similar. Don't sue me.
Maldini doing a 7-minute 48 lap. What the hell? So, okay, it's obviously something going on there.
Yeah, we love this game sometimes, don't we? You know what I mean? Total realism.
Well,
It's
there
going
we
to be
go.
a bit of
Flying
inter-team
lap.
battling as well, Senna. We've got a couple of people. Scott has just done purple, obviously, because, you know, it's dry. I just realised that now. Yeah, that's probably why. Taking fair play, Scott Toro, so well done. Oh, we're the first one going round. Whoops. So we will have a look at Swizzle, I believe, is going to be the first guy to do a lap on the... I don't even... What the hell? Is he the furthest one through? I don't even know, man. My brain hurts. Right, so we'll basically stick on board with Swizz. We haven't focused much on Swizz. He is back with us now, which is good. Beera said Shag for the win, and Rara is saying about the Renaults being quick in the wet, and then when it comes to dry, Venoms, get ready for it. You're probably going to flop through the floor. I did that last part on. Right, we have...
I agree, the Renault's not a good package at all. And this braking zone here is going to be important. This whole back section of the circuit is going to be plenty of overtaking opportunities.
It's going to be cool to see if they can kind of keep it clean, with a lot of different cars, a lot of different handling. Swizz is going around at the moment, mate. This isn't obviously the best lap in the world, as the track is still continuing to dry, about 1 minute 44.9. We now have Verstappen coming round
Put some
and
fast
doing
fun
a
now.
1:44.5, so this is all going to boil down to who gets across the line the quickest. Ben comes across the line now, and that's a flying lap. Whoops. Right, moving on.
Super softs really aren't switching on.
No, not at all. It's... Will they, though, is the question. We have then... I believe we have now Maldini. Oh my god. 2.4 seconds quicker on the slower tyre, but the softs, of course, are switching on a lot quicker, isn't he, of course, aren't they? As you mentioned. Jan, 42.9. He's from the Toro Rosso, of course. Jan, we have... Anyone else coming through?
That's the tyre could be softs or mediums, yeah.
Shag. Oh, wait there, hold on. Oh my god. We have a new pole position, man. I believe Maldini has got in the way of Jan there.
Come on, him. Needs to put a lap in.
Yeah, but where's Hemp? Where's Hemp? Come on. Where are you? Come on.
And he's gone 11th.
Wow. He didn't do the lap? Or was that an invalidation? Verstappen is on course here to have potentially steal pole position.
I'll tell you,
First time in his esports.
140.7.
Is that what Hemp got?
Him there. Yeah.
Someone else just moved up. Verstappen on course now. Will the Toro Rosso do it? It does!
Vemon's coming through for a lap.
Vemons, come on. Will Vemons take pole position in a Renault? Don't do it, come on. Third.
Third. Goes third.
Wow!
Well done. Very well done.
So our current order is Toro Rosso 1-2. Just wait there while I wipe my eyebrows. We have Renault 3rd and Haas 4th. Yeah. Oh, no, he invalidated his lap center. Right at the last second, Hemp.
Toro Rosso's lock out the front row.
Mate, you will never see that again. I'm calling it now.
Okay. Oh, it was good. Good effort from both of them. Different tyre compounds. Super soft gripped up at the end there, just the last bit.
Fuck it.
Well,
I'm stunned, man. Ferrari down.
it's a 140.5 on the super soft compound. And last
Mate,
place, yes, of Verstappen.
You leave it late, Senna, as they say. And you, well, obviously, as Scott has proven, it's helped him out significantly. And Toro Rosso, more importantly, Verstappen and Ben, after complaining of a lack of pace, goes in the Toro Rosso and is on the front row with his teammate. So, wow.
Yes, that's good effort, like. Very good effort.
I'm just going to go for a really quick cigarette, Senna, while this is winding down. I'll let you do the run through when it pops up on the screen if you want, fella. Limelight over to you.
Alright.
Back in 2 minutes.
Obviously, it was going to take a while for those super softs to grip up. It's taken a wee while. Soft tyre seem to do the better of the lip. So. Just waiting now for the timing screens to come up. There we go. It's a very close. Top 4 there, separated by 3/10. Very close. Verstappen taking the top spot. Well done, Verstappen. Well done to the Renault driver, Vermans, to get that on the second row of the grid. It's a good effort. Sways on a return. Back to the Performance League. Makes himself 6th. Be interesting to see how they react if there is any weather. The pit stops obviously will be frantic, fast, pretty close together. So see how we get on. Says it's a dry race, but well, if anyone knows this game, then you know it's not always like that.
And we're here on the grid.
Cheers, man.
Senna. Right, so no rain, apparently.
No rain at all. It says.
Yeah, we know how Codemaster kind of works. Just doing a quick comparison. Oh my god, comparison. I can't get my words out today. A quick comparison here on the strategies. Basically, the optimal strategy today, mate, is a soft, medium. Obviously, the guys should at least. I'll check and see if it'll let me do it. It does actually lets me pick my tyres, so that's interesting. So you can, of course, select your own tyres here before the start of this race. So you know.
Well, Hemp is in 11th, so he might opt for the medium to start off and take a long stint in order to get up the field.
I think if he kind of does that in such a way that, well, we know about Hemp, as you mentioned, with the strategy, and obviously being in the Williams, he will have a bit of a pace advantage, but obviously the field is upside down today, Senna, so what that equates to is really just a case of great stuff. All we do on the grid, mate, is literally controller down, I'll give a little count to 3, you press start, you retire, and then we're rolling, mate. Then we go on the broadcast cam, basically. Just give you the rundown. I should have done that earlier before the start, but you know, I'm probably about as professional as Arsene Wenger. So you know, it doesn't work that way. So we'll move on from there. But yeah, we've currently got a few viewers here, guys. Welcome in for tonight's episode. This is the second round of the Esports Racing League. Will Mustafa Shah get a second victory in the Red Bull? Will Maldini, who has shown significant pace, be able to grab his first ever esports win? You know, the odds are out there. A few people could really go and do it today. We've got the Toro Rossos and Venoms, and basically the guys who should be further down are at the front. So it is a flipped upside down grid here. I'm going to do a little bit of a stopwatch thing, mate, myself. So...
I'm expecting a Maldini win, I think.
You're going to call it? You're going to go for it?
Yeah, I think.
Wow.
I mean, that Ferrari's, you know, it's going to have good race pace ultimately. You know, I mean, what other cars are up there in the top flight?
We've got Red Bull Shag, Force India for Jan, Williams for Hemp and Swizz.
Force India is very, very fast in a straight line.
Will Jan be able to harness it though, isn't it? You know what I mean? Will Jan be able to do it? Will Jan get his... There's going to be probably a first win here, depending obviously on the race order. You can't forget the Toro Rossos at the front. You know, I know they timed it right here, but we are ready to roll, guys. I have pressed the old ready button. Hopefully people are here. Swizz is ready. I hope that everyone is ready. Shag's gone. Jan, here we go. We got some people coming. Hemp and Ben are the only two now. So anticipation is key for the start of this race. This is going to be huge.
So just stop. Aye.
We basically don't move.
Touch a thing.
We don't move, yeah.
Right.
We have Hemp. Where's Hemp? Oh dear.
It's 11th.
He's not currently readied up. Or
Behind
he
us.
usually waits till the end. Right, here we go.
It's behind us.
Lights are counting down, mate. I'm not moving. And the Chinese Grand Prix is ready to go. And Hemp was a bit slow off the line. We'll retire now. Hopefully we can grab something. Come on, get off the track. Get off the track. Come on, you fucking prick. Right, come on, come on. We're missing the first corner. Come on. Don't take the 50-metre board out. No, stop, stop, stop. And we've got Ben, it's your mum, is in first position here, Senna. Great start, we'll watch at the start. Ooh, Renault there in the background of Venom's going dangerously close to the back of, or the front, sorry, of Soldier Jan. Toro Rosso with Ben.
I wonder how it's
leading from Grim. Grim's overtaken Verstappen. Verstappen's had a howling start. Ooh, Maldini there in the background. Bit of colliding there in the background, bit of argy-barging in the background. You see Shag in the background there. So Ben takes off and leads the opening facet of the Chinese Grand Prix. Interesting start, great start by Ben then. Grim followed him through.
Maldini's had an absolute hoot of a start, 9th place.
He's last, Maldini last. We'll flick back in a minute, we'll just get through the first lap. But of course, you will expect the quicker cars to go on. Grim was on about basically, his car was that slow, he was on about turning around saying, fuck this shit, in his words. Basically, he's
shagging the red
second place.
8th place.
It's like the quicker cars are just lambasted at the back at the moment, aren't they? Ben has done a very clever job of breaking the slipstream here. Straight outside, we'll get the... And we've got to move in the background here, Pure Lemons. He's going past Verstappen.
Force India looking racy here.
It is, you can see that. We got a Renault up in third. Did he make it stick? He did. And Jan's having a bit of a charge at Verstappen. Them two were teammates last week, of course.
Hemp's now chasing his teammate.
So we've got Hemp and Swizz in the background. Oh, bit of a loss of control. Where is Maldini gone? We'll just have a quick flick at Maldini. He is there. So we'll go back to the front of the
Shag makes a move on Hemp.
Oh, we're there. Let's have a look here.
Oh, just misses out
there.
Two Williams at the outside.
And Shag does both of them.
Excellent.
And another big battle going on there for 4th place. I can't look at it. Ooh, that was me. I'm gonna have to. Oh, Hemp is really out of shape here. Both Williams.
Ben's in 3rd with Force India and the Toro Rosso behind. Jan moving through.
Jan, cheers for that, buddy. Jan is still there on the outside. He's gonna have to back off from that move. Go on board with Venom's, and we got the front guys having a battle as well here.
Jan chasing down Verstappen.
I'm going to focus on the lead battle here, mate. If you see any other corkers, just let me know. I'll flip back to him. I've got my controller at the ready. Ready, primed.
Maldini doing his best at the back to patch things up in 8th place.
Oh, he's in 8th.
Moving up the order.
Someone dropped down. Maldini was last, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was. So I have...
Oh, Ben's at the grass. Ben's touched the grass in an effort to stop Grim.
Grim all over Ben. Ooh,
I've got him on current. Here we go. Great move there by Grim
breaking
in
attempt
the
maybe to
Haas.
defend his position. He pulls out.
Will he run wide? Oh, Ben tips him. Ben clips him.
A little touch.
No damage. Oh, big battle going on there for 4th. We're going to focus on this one briefly. So we currently have here Grim has overtaken Ben for the lead of the race.
Verstappen.
Oh, he's done him.
And makes it through.
Where's Verstappen? Verstappen is in the pits.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me. We'll go on Hemp. Maldini in the Ferrari. Quick catcher there, and makes light work of the Williams. We expected that anyway. Maldini on the harder tyre as well. We know that Ferrari does have absolutely fantastic pace. So this is going to be it, Senna. This is going to be a corker, this, mate. I think. I have a funny feeling.
It's all going to come down to strategy, exactly how they intend to conduct the race.
Back on board with our race leader, Grim Nosh Nosh. He didn't pay me for saying Nosh Nosh, then, by the way, I promise you.
Small gaps.
It is all about the kind of just getting whatever cleaner you can. Vemans was caught up to the back of Ben here. Renault catching Toro Rosso for the second time. Let's have a quick look then.
I see Shag as well, making his way up the order very, very quickly in 5th place.
He is, have you noticed? He's gone for a dive on Jan.
Oh, side by side.
Oh, look at this. Jan's kept it. And that's going to help Maldini in the background there. We have Ben then. We'll get on board with Ben with the... Oh my god, it's giving me shit cameras again.
Bargy down the straight here.
Get on board with Jan.
Maldini threatening in the back road. Ooh.
And Soldier, Jan and Shag, these two have had a war. And Ben...
Oh,
Maldini. No.
Too crowded.
Oh dear, man. What has he done that for? Where's Hemp going? Holy moly. Hemp there. Senna. The move. Oh, there's a battle for second place. Ben spun out. Ben's out.
Oh!
Ben's out.
Oh my goodness.
He went Venom's on the outside. I didn't see the full move. Ben has gone. 2 weeks in a row.
There's now second place. Maldini chasing him down. After that arguable, kind of complicated manoeuvre, that wasn't gonna.
Daft, wasn't it? Let's be honest. It should have been a little bit calmer, really. And, you're in a Ferrari, mate. You don't need to stick up the inside of 2 cars. That was a bit naughty. But we'll obviously say this is our responsibility.
52 laps of the race left, so there's plenty of time to go. But that's Ben retired, and that's not good. But did we get a look at what happened there with Venom?
I did just about catch it. I was on board with, I believe it was Jan. And
obviously, I think you'll get your own recording from Ben. Obviously, that will help.
Oh, of course. Here comes Mustafa Shag. Mustafa Shag on Swizz.
Oh, it's an excellent
move by Shag.
He made the stick.
Yes. Shag showing almost unknown confidence, really, isn't he?
Maldini coming round to the back on the Renault now.
Go back on Maldini. Cheers, buddy.
It's the slipstream. Goes out.
We get a good camera. We do get a sort of good camera. It's just behind the helmet, and he's on the outside here. And it should have this, but Maldini runs wide. Battle's going all over the place at the moment, like. Well, it's Ben.
He's doing his best, good defensive driving.
Talk about the Bennett in a minute. Just going to have to get back on board with Maldini here. He's got DRS as well here. This should be light work. He's shown a natural pace for the Renault so far, Senna. He goes up on the outside, Maldini. Oh, he's gone very wide.
Grim leads the race.
Has all of a sudden found himself in 4th place through all the madness. Yeah, Grim is way, isn't he, it seems, at the moment. Taking advantage of all the battle.
Jan behind.
And Hemp.
It's going to be a battle between the Williams and Force India here, but it's around the same sort of benchmark for performance. Each car with their own problems, that has to be admitted.
Especially.
So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with those problems throughout the whole Grand Prix.
Williams comes with. I think Williams comes with a Jeremy Kyle level of baggage, doesn't it? Really, the best way to put it.
Swizz here just had a message from Swizz on Facebook. Shag is lagging.
Really?
Have a look. I don't think he is.
Maldini just doesn't need to go for the moves, does he? Here, he's not quite on the level of. He almost needs
Shag
to.
Looks pretty sound, pretty solid.
Just have a flick onto Shag really quickly onto the broadcast cam. Shag, of course, is our host here today. So I don't think Shag will be lagging too much unless it's Swizz's connection to him. Go back down the field towards Vemans. Vemans and Maldini are side by side again. Same move as last time, Senna. Vemans very
good defence. Is he going to use this start finish straight here?
Great manoeuvre there.
DRS.
Oh, and he's got a good run on him here, and he's already got him. Williams goes back into the toe.
Just see, Hemp could benefit from this battle here.
He seems to be.
Keeping in clean air and moving up
he's
here.
Getting bigger in Venom's and Maldini's mirror. You can clearly see Hemp now right on the tail nearly of them. Just a quick one going back to what you asked me before. No bias, hashtag.
Definitely.
What we've got here though.
This is his favourite track, I know that for a fact.
Ben and Vemon's incident. From what I saw, obviously Ben and Vemon's may have two totally different views. It is F1 2016, and it is just basically whatever the game decides happens. But hashtag no script. But what we have here at the moment is, you know, what Vemon's was on the outside of the corner. I'm not sure if Ben clipped him or if Vemon's turned over on him, potentially. I was a bit too far behind to see what's going on. There's another battle going on that we're currently focused on, but we will obviously track on that at the moment. I'll go on board with our race leader briefly, which is Grim, of course.
The Nosh Nosh.
He is the Nosh Nosh King. Ooh, hit the curb a little bit wild there, but now he's got Maldini hauling him in.
Yes, I'm just on board with him now.
So we're going to have a little bit of a chat centre over the coming hours after the race, of course, depending if we have anything that we have to do, really, of course. But for the moment, great driving. Okay, over the Maldini just becoming Shaken Dragoon for 10 seconds of his life and bombing down the inside of everybody. That wasn't
it was a bit dodgy. It wasn't exactly much space, and he had to go over the curb. I can imagine he probably got a good warning for that.
Jan's in the pits.
Yeah,
we've got a big battle here going on for third
place. And he makes the pit limit.
And Vemon's were side by side going around the last corner, by the way. Vemon's runs wide.
Shag poised to take this from Vemon's here.
Vemon's clever driving, not going on the grass, saving some of his tyres, saving his engine, but you can see
Shag takes that, thank you very much.
He does great driving there, man. Staffy Shag. Vemon's is... I think he may have incurred a bit of damage there, centre potentially from the collision with Ben. Of course, it does take two to tango, of course. I mean, Ben lost his wheel, but Vemon's will his car be tip-top condition, would you say?
Let's have a look.
Seems like he's working fine so far. Ish. Ish.
No, all seems intact on the wing. It all looks good there. I don't think there's any damage to speak of. All looks good.
Of course, drove in the manor last week. Of course, the whole idea of the Performance League is just really kind of just to find people's exact pace. So, of course, there may be some chopping, changing going around. You know, it may happen. But in that particular scenario, as it happens, like so, it could very well happen like that. So it could happen anytime, of course. Verstappen is 6th. I've gone the wrong way at the field. Let's see Verstappen shine. He's currently in 4th position on the championship after the first round, of course. It's not the most telling fact, is really centre when I say the championship after one round, but he's on top. After round Bahrain, smashed it. So,
Gap will inevitably come down as that Ferrari power begins to kick in over race pace, and lap by lap, time after time, it's going to be happening.
Speaking of Ferrari power, as you mentioned there, centre board with Maldini.
They are both on the same compound.
They are, so it's Ferrari versus Ferrari at the moment, isn't it? Haas versus Ferrari. So will the kind of works engine be able to beat the secondary engine, so to speak? So we'll find out now.
Closed up that gap a lot, and even in the last sector alone has been a pretty drastic difference.
You can't see Maldini having any problems here when he comes on the grid. He's a fantastic racer, possibly the most improved driver from season 1 to season 2. And you know, putting a Haas on the podium when there's Ferraris, Force India's in the field, Toro Rosso is an achievement. Speaking of Toro Rosso, front row on the grid centre, there's one Toro Rosso remaining. 6th position. It has been an absolute disaster for the team.
It has. It's going to affect the constructors' points. I mean, there was a lot up for grabs there with the front row locked out for both of them.
If there was a constructors' championship, it probably would. I forgot to tell you we don't have a constructors' championship. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's my bad.
Good enough.
But no, it will though, won't it? Yeah, I might have neglected to tell you that part.
Well, yeah. Verstappen on the medium tyres now.
Yeah. We're coming on board with
26 seconds behind the lead.
Ready. It's me, we're only a few
Yep.
laps. Oh, he pitted, didn't he, on lap 1?
With all the places up to 5th separated by 10 seconds.
Wow, 10 seconds for the top 5. That's how we do it, but remember, we've also got a Red Bull in that top 5, don't we? So it's one of them particular things there as well, where Shag is going to be there. And Maldini is all over the back of Grim now. Battle for lead, will Grim be able to hold him out? Just got to position his car.
Defensive
in the right
driving
position.
can be applied and can easily frustrate the faster driver. Just to hold it tight around the outside here.
Goes around the inside.
Does keep tries to hold it, still there.
Still not driving.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Spun,
Grim
hit
lost it on
the
edge.
curb.
Grim lost it on the edge of the curb and drove and tapped Maldini. That's heartbreaking.
Terrible.
His
Terrible
wing's off.
fortune.
He lost his wing on the wall. Oh no.
It's a shame. He definitely looked up for a podium here.
Oh, Grim, his first bit of bad luck of the season.
In 5th place.
Oh dear.
Soldier Jan and Verstappen battling behind. Possibly
Just
going to catch him by the end of this lap here with no wing.
I will follow that battle down, thank you very much. Oh, that is heartbreaking for Grim, isn't it? Goodness me. Finally, Maldini with a great move up the inside there. No fault
It's
of
the most
anybody's
frustrating
there.
thing.
Just tapped
To slip off the curb.
and then obviously wallop the back of Maldini's car. Oh, dearie me. Poor guy. Had enough problems with the house, managed to get it leading a race, and then that happens.
But there is plenty of time to recover.
Oh, my goodness, there is.
It's a long race, and a lot happens in 56 laps. So
Battle here,
see.
so we've got a battle between 6th position, and Jan has made mincemeat of Verstappen going down the straight.
yep, it's got through quite easy. I mean, that 4 second is extremely fast in a straight line. Even if you have high downforce, you have a lot of high speed.
Got the engine power to kind of counteract the downforce, haven't they, really? Let's don't count.
They've got a good aero package, definitely. Chassis, but probably not so much. It does understeer quite a lot.
Verstappen is in as DRS, and here we go. Hemp's pitted as well already. Hemp pitted. We're only on lap 10, so the battle for 6th
The mediums.
position, based on, is on the medium. Cheers, buddy. The battle for 6th position has become the battle for 4th now between Verstappen and Soldier Jan. But will Jan? Now Jan realistically should take off here. I mean, with the soft tyre versus the medium tyre, with the quicker car that Jan's in, it does seem that at the end of the day he will be away and gone from this battle. He's got Williams holding Verstappen now as well.
I mean, if you got Verstappen chasing Soldier Jan here, if you can keep that gap to an absolute minimum, and then use the tyres and obviously the benefit of grip is going to have for longer,
Yeah.
as good as well as possible, then you might be able to actually get him done on the strategy. So
He's just got to do it, hasn't he? He just has to be able to maintain the gap. 27.1 seconds between first and 5th. Jan is actually already a second clear of him. Will he be within the DRS activation zone? I don't know. It's a very tricky point in China, so it may not be. Scott's
he's got the DRS.
Lucky boy, just under a second it must have been there. Scotland, so will he get to keep the DRS range? He needs to keep it for a few laps at least. We also have him carrying into the back of this battle as well. So the battle for 4th position is going to be a live one, at least the battle for 5th.
Obviously the power coming out of the back of that Toro, it's old Ferrari units, isn't it? So
to say it was the Renault, of course, wasn't it? But now it's obviously the Ferrari. Grim's race
underpowered, in my opinion.
ruined to the point. Shagging second after the pit stops. Third.
Could make use of this stint with the medium tyre. I mean, he is now 47 seconds clear of the lead. So it will take some doing.
It will be an interesting to see if we can get it done, man. It certainly will be. Soldier Jan is soldiering on, no pun. But we have Verstappen
10 or 12
now
seconds from Swizz in 7th.
right on board for a few laps with Hemp. I believe Hemp will be the next person to charge. Shag, by the way, is in a comfortable second position now. Bemmans is, of course, in a comfortable stop, as we said, so he does have to hit now. He's still showing a green
Maldini with a
light on.
healthy lead here.
He seems away, doesn't he? As soon as he got the move on Grim, of course. He was at the inside. It was just really unfortunate.
10 second the gap.
10 already. Hemp's got past Verstappen. Hemp with Verstappen. Big battle here, 5th position. Sway's just.
Here we go.
Two.
Doesn't seem that power in the back of that Toro Rosso. It's really lacking, you know. I mean, the Williams is obviously very quick in the straight line too. Just even with the DRS, had absolutely no bang whatsoever.
And then that means that Hemp is up to 5th position. Great start for Hemp at the moment. Oh, oh goodness me, they both lost it there. Look out the corner.
It's a shame because you know drivers want more from what they have. You know, they definitely want more from the car, you know, and that compromises a lot here.
They certainly do, and especially when we're talking about the Toro Rosso. So we can't really talk too much. I mean, goodness me, Ben's fortune this season just goes from bad to bloody worst, doesn't it? I mean, goodness me, it's what has been taken out every single race that we've done this year. But
I would like a closer look at that though, surely.
I believe that would be one for the latter end of the evening.
Oh,
This, and I reckon we'll definitely have that. Scott's ram wide, and Hemp is all over the back of Jan all of a sudden.
He's here. As his soft tyres start to deteriorate.
The tyres starting to light up as well, with the track temperatures rising. The mediums will of course take longer to kick in, but then the softs will take a lot less time to degrade. We have to take all these things into consideration. Hemp is hauling him in. We have Verstappen, who's not yet out of this yet. He, of course, not in the quickest car, as we said about the Toro this end, but you know, we don't hire bad drivers in this league. You know what I mean? We have a few rotten eggs.
Short shifting heavily out of that corner there, Hemp.
Did you notice as well? But I tell you what, it's kind of worked a little bit in his favour because he's like what Soldier Jan.
No problem.
Dives into 4th position.
It's taking a very shallow in.
It's a full line. Yeah, I'm surprised it actually works so well.
Lovely. Not even a chance for the undercut.
No, just shut the door. He's got the RS open here, has Jan, so he will stick with him. We have a guy in the place. It is hospited. Interesting to see where Vemmans comes out. And takes 3rd position.
So Maldini and Shah get to stop on the soft tyre.
Aye, they're still going around, aren't they? I know the two of them both almost compared notes between each other. Well, amazing how the grid was upside down. It's almost back the right way again. There was the top 4 drivers and now we're basically the top 4. Basically just
Well, the super soft runner, Soldier Jan, done 6 laps in his super softs and now has done onto the soft tyre.
I was about
Been
to
on
say,
those
yeah,
now for 6 laps, you know. So
is that all? I thought yeah, of course, Jan pitted, didn't he? Wow,
he did.
It's the Williams really
Third all the way up to 8th I've come in.
Interesting to see if, obviously, the guys at the back who have had a couple of misdemeanors already, Grim, of course, with the back of Maldini, Lemons, of course, with the incident with Ben. It'll be interesting to see where they do fit into the field afterwards as well, you know, if Grim can come back through.
Well, Shag's been having a good one too. I mean, he's got he's done quite a few laps in those soft tyres. He's on lap 13.
He is, I mean, and speaking of Shag, he's coming in. Shag into the pits. Great pit lane line, by the way. You don't see many lines like that, do you? Really? A lot of people try to swing out wide. Shag rides the curb. Interestingly, no danger of a drive-through. Now, one thing I've noticed about this game is also as well, you know, when they come to the pits, if they're going at a certain speed, then he's felt in 5th position, Shag, by the way. If they're going at a certain speed,
Yep.
he keeps the speed the same, if that makes sense. Swizz has overtaken him too. So, Shag in 6th position.
A few positions there.
Ooh, my God,
Hemp made his way up to
Jesus
2nd
Christ.
place.
Venom's just went flying across the front of Shag. They come out of the pits. Bold move there by Wayne, of course. We have Venom's 6th Shag, who will follow for a bit. It's coming straight out into a battle on cold soft tyres with a Red Bull.
Come on, you banana boat.
Here we go.
The outside
Shag
line
doesn't make light
tends
works
to be
him.
better. Just get on the power a bit earlier.
But the Red Bull will. Now this is battle of the Renaults as well. So the battle for this is insane.
Quite a tight line there for Venoms. Shag's going to get the power down
missed
coming
it.
out of here. Ooh.
Smart driving by Shag, not really forcing the issue, was it? Did. So, high chance of him kind of almost having a crash there, wasn't there? But good driving in that sense. It's far, far from over. Stick on this battle unless anything else crops up in the meantime.
Shag on the softer tyre, so he's obviously taking a much tighter line.
We'll need to.
Lining himself up, yeah.
We'll need to. Here we go.
Have oversteer coming off the cub there.
There was a bit from both, wasn't there? Senna, how about to say, Senna had a load of oversteer. He's in the commentary about oversteering like fuck. But anyway, moving on. We have
Side by side.
battle for 6th position. Shag used to be in this far down in the Performance League.
With the benefit of DRS down the start-finish straight.
Clever when you wait for it. I believe he will. Much better line. Evans runs wide.
Nice. Great exit.
Shag compromised with a great exit, kind of counted right back at him into 6th position. Evans a passenger.
Swizz having a nice time in clean air.
So Swizz hasn't really done too much, has he? He's not been involved in many battles. Swizz is usually one of the guys who's usually involved in everything. But,
Well, that would definitely happen. You know, it would definitely get a bit of a strategy to dig into and keep his head down with it.
All he needs to do now is keep the charging bull, the prancing bull, should we call it? Away from
Swizz is coming after
Swizz.
Verstappen.
I believe, yeah, he's catching him quite quickly, isn't he? Let's stick on board with Swizz. Returning driver tonight, Senna, of course. He's had a few weeks off, a few issues.
It's good to have him back, so it is.
It certainly is, man. You know what I mean? He's one of the originals, of course, like ourselves, in this league. So, you know, as we say, we're always recruiting, but it's always good to keep the originals, man. You know what I mean? Jan is away now from the Toro Rosso. Swizz coming on the final second. I think it's the third to last corner. Give me the long horseshoe right-hander.
Or Cindy are now chasing after Hemp in second.
Get on board with Jan quickly then. Yeah, I'll tell you what, there's not much really of a gap. Go on board with Maldini quickly because we haven't. Maldini
2.6 seconds behind the leader.
Maldini's pitted. He's come up first. Oh, this race is kind of hit the jackpot there, isn't it? In that case.
Yep, on the medium tyre now.
Medium tie for Maldini. We know that these
A long run in this middle stint.
I was about to say this, and he's going to be going. He's going to be going deep, isn't he? With Ferrari pace as well. This is Maldini's ultimate chance to claim his maiden win. Broadband connection permitting, of course. As we know, he has had connectivity issues in the past. Will he survive?
Can happen. So there's a couple of clouds appearing on the horizon. You know?
He's finished one race this season, by the way, for his connectivity. This is the 8th esports racing race, 7th, should I say? So he's really, really got the odds against him. There is a few clouds, sort of.
Definitely a few clouds appearing.
Whether it's going to be clearing or whether it's going to be coming. If it clears, then the guys on the medium tyres right now, if they're on, of course, will hugely benefit once the tyres.
From that cool temperature on track, yeah.
Exactly. We have then, running down the race order, we have Aldi in first position, Hemp in second position. Fine drive by Hemp to manage the other guys, but of course that's how we do it. Solj Jan in third position. We have ESR Verstappen running in fourth position. Ollie drive so far. Swizzle in fifth position, being chased down by Verstappen Shag. Sixth position, Pure Rems in seventh. By the way, every single time I mentioned the new driver there, I switched over to him, Senna, and they were all on the straight. How good was that?
Well, Grim is doing much better. He has closed down that gap now by almost half. So that's really, really good. 26.6 seconds from the leader now.
Life, isn't he? I was about to say, he's putting on a clinic here. Oh, Vemmens is gone. Vemmens survives.
Any damage?
What's happened to him? Go back to the car of Vemmens. He's lucky.
He has all his wings. He's all good.
Oh, he's got away with
stars
that.
for that one.
Blood hell. What's he doing?
Just have get some grip down. Those tyres are slippery when you've just been on the grass.
Only going at 90 miles an hour. What's happening? No
Wait
puncture,
for the grip to reappear.
Stick on board with Vemmens. If you want to have a flick on the down center, feel free, man. But in terms of Lemons, what's he doing? I'm on board with him.
No
It's like
throttle whatsoever.
He's not even trying. What's going on? We'll monitor the situation.
Does he have a puncher and we just can't see it, or what?
No, because he wouldn't be able to get to 120,
No.
would he?
No, I suppose.
What is going on here? You sure he hasn't got damage? Must be something going on with Evans.
The wing looks fine.
It doesn't appear fine, doesn't it? Grim must be at the jackpot. We'll leave Evans there for a bit. Swizz runs a little bit wide there. Shag's got Swizz. Staffy Shag has Swizz. Obviously, with that, we did miss that. We have to apologise there. We're just trying to still establish what's happened with Pure Evans' car. We'll go back to the
Evans
action now,
just
of course.
cannot get any turnings. Severe understeer.
I've not seen a car do that for a long, long time here.
Does he have a problem?
No, he's
The
back,
car,
he's back. He's back at 196 miles an hour now. 4 wheels off the track there. It's as if he's almost admitted defeat, Evans, and he pits.
Let's see who's got some penalties. Anybody?
Yeah, man, have a flick through.
Maldini has a warning. That's Hemp is all clear. Jan is all clear.
Is that a retirement? I believe
Stappen with only a warning.
Evans has retired in the pits. Senna.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Is that a problem?
The damage must have been
on
turned out.
simulation damage.
No, it's on full damage.
I could have had a problem there.
I was about to say. We are just currently flicking through. I'm going to stay on board with Hemp for a little bit, guys, by the way. Just simply because we have Soljian still catching him at the moment.
It's a shame he did really well to put that on the second row there in qualifying.
He did. He timed it so well, didn't he, Evans? And all of a sudden that happens. He just almost lost it, didn't he? When he had the collision with Ben, it just all fell down for him.
So Hemp is 8.7 seconds behind the leader.
He is. Maldini, bearing in mind, has put 6 seconds on him in 2 laps. That really goes to show that Maldini means business. But, as we say, a disconnection in this league before the final 3 laps does, of course, encounter a DNF. I mean, it does count as a DNF, so anybody who disconnects before lap 50, well, that's probably saying 2 laps before the end probably makes more sense. Before the end of lap 54, you will get counted as a did not finish. You will get nil points in this race.
Aye.
That's kind of how we work that. And, you know, there's a few people who have fell foul to this. Obviously, I mentioned the name Dragoon. He, of course, did fall foul of that particular facet of the Grand Prix, and it didn't work well for him, but he did get given his point based on the fact that the cars behind him were a lap down. That was the only reason why.
Everybody with a healthy gap now.
It seems like we're almost in the chill out mode, doesn't it? The calm before the storm, hopefully. But we've got,
Definitely.
saying that, I mean, it may even be the case that we've got the ideal positions now, actually, because all the cars are almost in order of what the track can be. I hope not. But
So the top 3 on the straight. Maldini just leaving hairpin.
yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah, that'd be a cool one. See what kind of the speed is between the cars as well. I'll let you have a little bit of a foot through with that if you want, mate. We've got Maldini leading, Hemp second, Dan third, so we're going to have an interesting podium. If it sticks this way, we have
Swizz hits 210.
210, not a bad lap.
This Grim comes now.
Vemans has put something on the stream chat. Banana, 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 thumbs down.
Give a tyre.
Who's on there? Yeah, Venoms did, didn't
Terminal issue.
Terminal damage for Venoms, I assume. Just in the pits.
Oh.
Car just undrivable by the sounds of it. Banana, 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 banana. Trophy, says
Soldier Jan
Minecraft
coming out
back
the
to
pits.
him. Oh, Jan's pitted, forgive me. Sorry.
Into the medium tyres.
So Swizz is in front of him. And Grim's got
Comes
Jan
out
as
behind
well.
Grim.
So after Maldini, it's anybody's guess centre, isn't it? I can't really call the podium positions at the moment. It's all going to be based on what you said. You called it at the start of this Grand Prix. 20 laps into this now, of course, bro. You're doing great so far, Senna. Fair play for coming along tonight, man. Much, much appreciated. Filling in for NTT.
No worries, man.
We will hopefully hear you back very, very soon, but Senna's doing a good job, so go for it, mate.
So Hempy's dropping back, like, you know, his gap's now, what, nearly 10 seconds, so it's going to happen over the course of the race. I think by the end of this stint he's going to have enough time to be able to probably get a pit stop scot-free. So it's going to be good. I think it's pretty secure for him, if I'm honest.
It seems, doesn't it? It's all depends
Verstappen
on where
in
he comes
third.
out in relation to the Jan battle, isn't it? Verstappen doing a great job. By the way, interesting fact here for you: nobody in the top 3 Senna for all of our esports racing seasons that we've done have ever been on the podium.
Yeah.
So, looking at it that way, obviously we're both race winners sitting in the commentary box today, aren't we? In different kind of, well, different leagues, of course. But you know, it's all about who will be able to keep their head, you know, while they're racing. Because China is a grueling track at the best of times. You know, how would
Hard
these,
one.
going from your kind of perspective, obviously, you know, these guys hear my voice every week. You know, they hear me on Saturday, they hear me now on Sunday. You know, so these guys know how I feel about it. But obviously, this is the first time I hear from you. In what ways do you kind of prepare for a race? You know, because you're sitting down, even though it is simulation, it's games, isn't it? You know what I mean? This is 2.5. This is 2. Obviously, this one's 2 hours. How do you mentally prepare yourself and push yourself to be able to keep your concentration for that entire length of time?
It's a difficult one to say, really. Sometimes, you know, you just completely avoid all incident and everything's really smooth, and the pit strategy manages to come through at the end with no problems or no interruptions, you know. You know, that's the sort of race I had the year before. It's a hard one. I mean, to prepare for it, really, I don't personally prepare for it, I just turn up. Because if I practice, then I know that I'm going to be completely crap when it comes to the race. Shag overtaking Verstappen there.
Oh God, forgive me, I wasn't there. I was on looking at Jan. Oh,
On the
you've got
inside.
DRS as well. Thank you very much, Senna. I was watching
Around
Jan
the corner.
catch up with Grim. And Verstappen's
A
got
late break.
Shag back. No, he didn't. He held off. Oh, 4 wheels off the track there by Scott Verstappen. You've got to really, really watch yourself going through there, man. Apparently, Senna, as we know, have been given first. Oh, Senna, you got given a Tuesday warning, didn't you, my man? Sorry, as it is a bit of a bit of a hard spot to thing, isn't it? But you know, for that particular
Well,
game,
it's racing.
advantage. It is, mate, isn't it? You know, I mean, hey, Senna, I'm the only person with a bloody 2-place drop so far this season. Trust me, I know. I have the biggest penalty in esports this season for an incident. I
Fair
hold that
enough.
honour. Yeah.
I mean, your hands are killing you at the end of this, especially if you've got a control. I mean, yesterday I was like sweating like hell at the end of the race.
By the way, good to have you back yesterday, by the way, as well. I know you've obviously had a lot going on, so it's good to have you back in the fold as best you can.
That's it.
We don't talk about what's going on, but all I say is great to have you back. We've got Verstappen, been overtaken by Shag. I'm actually going to go back onto Jan and Grim battle now, as this was one that I was watching prior. Thanks for that, by the way. Senna, let me know about the Shag thing, otherwise I would have totally missed that, and Shag probably would have me. So we've currently got there. I just missed the overtaking manoeuvre. I caught the back of the arse end of it. Jan is now all over the back of Grim. We'll get on board with the Force India, the Flying Dutchman, as they call him.
The gap is slowing down a bit now. It has not reaching out as much as it was for Hemp and Maldini.
Oh, really? Hemp's
11.8
kind of calmed it
seconds
down a
now,
little
the
bit
gap.
then. That has slowed down a little bit, isn't it? Only, I believe that is 2.5 seconds in 3 laps as opposed to 6 in 2 laps, which kind of works a bit better. But
I don't know if that's the case here, you know, but I mean, so sometimes, you know, you find yourself relaxing almost when you know there's a decent gap behind. You don't put in as much effort into things get sloppy, you make a mistake. You know, Hemp could still capitalise.
He could, and that's what I was going to say, Senna. That's what you were referring to a minute ago, when you with the preparation and the concentration. And Jan, it's light work of Grim. Was a
I
step
mean, I
back.
actually did.
What a move back by Grim! What a move!
Well done.
So here comes Grim.
Still side by side.
Wheel
Oh,
to
Jan's
wheel.
back at him.
Oh, Grim, 4 wheels off the track. I wouldn't call that an advantage, mate, because he actually dropped behind him as opposed to being side by side with him. You can't go on
Coming
there
down
too
the
late.
slipstream.
He's got a DRS.
Moves out.
Great move by Grim. Two
Oh,
cars
he's hanging
together.
around the outside.
Jan's gone wide.
Oh, he's gone.
What a move by Grim. That ballsy bastard. Come on.
Well done to
Get
him.
Paul's hyped.
Damn
That's how
right,
you
man.
do it. That's how you do it. Come on. This is racing. It's been a quiet one so far, for the most part. So, and through all this battling, they catch in Swiss. 5th place. What a bloody... I tell you what, man, that's how you light up a race, that, these two guys. I know Grim's been involved in a lot of battling this season, as has Jan himself, of course, on the Saturday. He's been involved in many great battles. But here we go, then. Take 2. You know the Force India? I tell you what, man, this...
And Shag is only, well, 12 seconds behind him.
Really? So we've got... That's going to be a close one. Shag in 3rd position, of course, back on the podium for the 2nd week running as it stands. Senna, we're not even halfway through yet, mate. Bloody hell, this is
Down
incredible.
to 10.
10. Wow. You just put a 2nd on him. Jan with no DRS on Grim this time. I will go on to briefly mention, you did mention Shag, didn't you? We'll go back on board with Shag. He's not had much real coverage here, has he, in this race? He's not done too... Well, nowhere near as much as what he had with Hightower in race 1. That was just an absolutely mental battle. 21 laps they battled for before Tower had a puncture. Unbelievable race. Possibly battle of the season. Hemp, from what I believe, I've been told, I think from what I've seen, has move of the season so far. I can't remember what that was, I'll have to double check, but I give Hemp move of the day in Bahrain. And obviously, as there's only been one race, it's been the way. I tell you what though, man, Grim, a minute
A lot
ago,
of marbles on
move.
the outside there. Ooh.
Who are we looking at, mate?
No, it's just hemp. It's so good.
Oh, you're looking at Hemp,
There's
I'll
quite a
go back.
lot of, there's loads of marbles actually appearing on the outside of the track. It's going to be shady for gripping on the outside.
You can tell, can't you, actually? I'm going around with Grim, I'm back on board with Grim based on the battle that we're on right now with these guys. Just want to kind of give this a bit more coverage here. I'll go on board with Maldini guys in a few minutes. I want to give the race leader some love as well, you know what I mean? But in terms of the Grim and Jan battle, you can actually see, going around Sector 2, Senna, was that what you were referring to? The marbles! Goodness me.
Loads.
Ooh, Jan's at the
And
grass.
I mean, Verstappen here's got a lot of wear on that front left tyre there. You can see a bit of graining on the left tyre.
You know when we've had a fantastic race when we're talking about left front graining, don't you? Right, here we go. It's been a good one. Jan, Grim, take 2.
I know, so excited now.
Here we go. This is brilliant. Jan, oh my God! Grim nearly went into the back of Jan, trying to get back in his slipstream. Bloody hellfire! I thought we were going to wipe the pair of them out. Great driving in the end by Grim. But Jan makes the move. Swizz into the pits from 5th. Swizz into the pits. And that means these two are now battling for 5th position. Grim with DRS, but the Force India is exactly that, a force. It really, really is in comparison with the Haas. But Grim is putting that car beyond anything which it's seen. By the way, just out of a matter of interest, Hemp in the Force India last week did blow his engine, by the way, Senna. He did make the engine smoke. So we will be witnessing, most likely, especially on China, an engine blowout potentially. And it does happen on this game apparently, where engines do stop the car. I've not witnessed it myself, but I've seen clips kind of, obviously the web and the trolling the web as I do, just really to see that, and it happened. So we're going to go back on board now with Maldini. He's just completed the long DRS straight.
Grim's still trying to get there, but just goes off slightly cutting the corner. It's hard to handle that hash.
Do you know what? Based on what we've seen in the first race or two with Ben and Grim, because they were both in the Haas last race, it has been a tricky car, hasn't it? It's, unless you've got clean air, that Haas seems like an absolute bitch to drive. It does, doesn't it? It just seems you can't handle it. That's not a slight on Grim's ability, because as we said, Grim is, I would simply say, as you've agreed with, the most improved driver in F1 2016 ESR Season 2. He's gone from a midfield runner to being a guy who's currently, well, as far as I'm aware, obviously I wasn't there for yesterday's race, I did miss it unfortunately, based on the fact I was at a wedding, being supplied with Uzu, but we'll ignore that part.
Yes.
Get
the bucket out, man.
Very, very horrible drink. Do not drink it, it's horrible.
No, come on.
But no, based on that, what he did after Bahrain and Australia, Grim has come out absolutely, well, they've got a Ferrari engine, like a prancing horse. He's been absolutely up there. But then, as soon as you get the performance, the Haas doesn't have anything. Do you know, I've got a good thing. I'm going to do a bit of a comparison. Red Bull, you know what I mean? Senna, Red Bull, we're just watching the battle with Grim and Jan still. Red Bull are the primary chassis, aren't they? They're the guys, they're the team, in this game at least, that has nailed that. Happy days. You've got Mercedes, quickest by a mile. They are, whichever way you look at it. You've got...
It's a quick package, it's different.
Ferrari in the middle of them two. You've got Force India and Williams. The straight line speed guys, aren't you?
I know they just go, but they're not so effective in the corners, those cars.
Exactly.
Yeah, the S section here will be a challenge for the Force India and the Haas.
Another thing, you've got Toro Rosso, who are probably second to Red Bull in the turning. Manor, even the Manor car, and the Renault potentially. You know, they're good at straight line speed and slight cornering, respectively. Haas
Manor is
in the
hopeless.
middle.
Go on.
The Haas is in the middle of everything. And Grim's got DRS. Grim's got DRS on Verstappen here.
It's a long way off.
He's on Jan.
Very deep into the corner.
Clever driving by Jan, seeing the move coming. Grim, a lot of balls by Grim tonight, Senna.
Making it happen, he's got a lot to make up after that incident.
Oh, I know, exactly. I believe we've got a car in the pits, if I'm right. Yeah, we have. Here's Verstappen. Verstappen's pitted, by the way. So this battle now becomes the 4th position battle. Oh, Jan's run a bit wide. Grim. Ooh. Interesting. I mean, it all depends how many stops they do as well, man, because Verstappen didn't take the medium tyres too far. Only, I believe it was 25, 26 laps Verstappen took the tyres. So, you know, he should really... I thought it might have gone a bit longer. If you're going for the 2-stop... Admittedly, he did have a problem at the start, didn't he, where he had to go into the pits on the first lap.
Aye.
But still, you've got to then obviously adjust. If you go in the first lap, I'd almost turn it into a softer strategy rather than using the mediums too often. But we currently then have...
Yeah, I mean, Hemp is doing a good stint on the medium.
Well, do you know, actually, man, we've not shown him much love either in the last few laps, have we? It's mainly been dominated by Grim and Jan at the
17
moment.
laps he's done so far on the medium tyres.
Really, lap 10 he stopped. Good call, man. Thank you for noticing. Do you know what? Usually it's funny. I usually miss half of this shit, to be honest. So it's good to have you here. Silver's usually the same. Usually catches, kind of tells me all this stuff. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, damn it. Hashtag professional. Hashtag arson. Right. Have you seen the guys, the fans on the side of the hills, guys? It does have Wenger out on the side of China. You know what I mean? Because that has total things. If we're going to go political now, we're not going to do it.
It's just a long one there for him.
It's 14.5 seconds off Maldini. I'm going to flick through a little bit now. I haven't flicked through much. Shag is 25 off. Shag, in retrospect, has had a really quiet race, and he has, hasn't he? He's had a few battles. Bit of an incident at the start, as we know. But he has been... I want to stay away from Jan and Grim, but they're battling again. It's doing my... Guys, come on.
I know, I'm watching it here. It's...
I will keep this on.
I'm getting pretty excited about it.
I'll say they're the only guys that are kind of battling at the moment, so we will... I mean, this is telly time for the pair of them, you know what I mean? Jan didn't... I think Jan did clip the gravel there on the left, or was it Grim? Let's have a look at the tyres.
Verstappen is coming up to Vulcan Prod's ways.
Oh, really? Are they kind of within battle? We'll have a little flick through really quickly.
Verstappen on the medium tyre.
Swizz
and may be able to get away with the softer compound.
Hold on, Swizz has jumped Verstappen like a trooper. Swizz was well behind Verstappen at the pits. Swizz has jumped ESR Verstappen. Undercut.
Good laps on the soft tyres.
He must have done, but however, Verstappen has now of course got the fresher tyres. But the soft tyres do last quite a bit, they're not the most durable tyres. Oh my goodness me, Jesus Christ! Can somebody in the comments please, just in the YouTube comments probably better. Yep, I was about to say, just sniff. But I think we need to ask Verstappen what Swizz had for dinner yesterday, you know what I mean? Because you won't be able to smell it when it's in, you know what I mean? We currently have here... Can we get a better camera? Verstappen's going to
go for the late braking opportunity?
No, Verstappen's being...
Oh, he's pulled it in, he's pulled it in.
Look at that move, come on, is he going to stick it? This is the battle for the last position pretty much here to avoid it. Look how much
the inside.
So his beautiful move. So look at the bravery by Swizz there. Knowing that Verstappen's on the outside, both brave. Swizz, braver. Swizz maintains 6th position, Verstappen with DRS. Now, the Williams has been notorious for running wide at this first corner. Swizz, great cornering, Verstappen all over the back of him. Swizz maintains 6th position.
Keeping a nice tight line.
That lemonade was fit. Right, do we have any other battles, mate? I'll stick with this if you want to have a flick through at the moment, mate. Not sure if anything's going on really. I don't think so. I know that Grim and Jan are probably still trying to exchange telephone numbers there, but you know.
Grim is ahead of Jan.
What?
Yep.
I fucking missed it.
Grim made it happen.
For fuck's sake. Oh, for God's sakes, man. We've got Grim. 4th. He's pulled it off with Jan. I'm not sure whether that was a mistake. But either way,
Shag's still charging us in 3rd. Those soft tyres.
I love how after all of this we're back on board Jan again. Jan, what is he doing? Moving from side to side here. Jan frustrated. Oh, he's tapped the front of him. Oh, goodness me. Possibly. Jan does make it work. 4th position now. I'll let, of course, you guys be the judge of that, of course. Possibility to give a little bit more.
To me, to you, to me, to you.
Indeed. These two guys are providing us with the race entertainment at the moment. Soljian at 4th position. Grim 5th.
It's a bit like watching Jack and Penguino.
Do you know what? It pretty much is. From what I've seen from them two, of course.
That was good on China.
Do you know what? I've not actually seen that yet. I've not seen
Hemp
that.
dropping back now, 17 seconds to the leader.
I'll take his tyres kicking as well. They're finally kicking into gear.
Hemp trying to make them last a while though.
Back and forward and back and forward and back and forward between Grim and Jan. I wish I could actually watch something else. I really do. These guys.
Hemp's tyres are a little bit worse for wear.
I'll stick on board with this one quickly, then we'll have a look. Grim going in towards the end of sector 2. Senori's done him.
Wow. Jan taking the outside line.
But Grim, he's going to get DRS. It was side by
He's going to
side.
hang it around the outside.
He's not going to hang it around the outside, no way. Side by
He's
side.
there, he's right there, he's there. Yeah. He's got the speed.
Look at
Or Cindy, I might tip him at the
DRS.
end, yeah.
No one got DRS.
Drag race.
Pure drag race.
That's impressive speed there from the Haas in the
Look at
straight
Grim
line.
holding
Very deep into the corner.
This is some of the best racing this season. Fantastic here.
It's good, very good.
These two are just. I think this is the show of the race. Grim this time does get DRS on Soldier Jan now, battling for the final pole position. We got a pitter.
No, he's leaving the
Shag's
door open.
pitted. Jan's run. Wow. Jan going for the inside. Oh, Jan, his persistence may pay off. It didn't. Grim got back up to third
Take a
position.
tighter line out here into.
Shag's pitted. So this is now the battle for the podium. God, man, this is actually kind of really.
Shag's possibly trying to go to the end here. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe the super soft tyre at the end.
Well, if these two keep battling like this, they'll be with this group soon, won't they? Shag will be with this pair. We've got Swizz and Verstappen. Swizz seems to have beaten off Verstappen here at the moment. We'll go on board with Maldini briefly, just a quick flick through of everyone where they are. Maldini in first. We've got Hemp in second position. There he is, going on the long left-hander, right-hander.
Grim and Jan side by side.
Oh, Jan gets him as well. That role's reversed. Do you know what? I'm just going to simply say, I'm going to follow these two. Fuck it. We'll give them some follow for a bit. We got to, let's say, properly focused on this battle now. Here comes Grim. DRS. This time, definitely getting DRS. Flying down
Hemp
towards.
now on the super soft tyre.
Hemp's pitting.
In the middle stint of this race.
Oh, Grim and Jan.
Got the supers on already. Just on his outlap. Through to the start finish line.
Oh, Grim beautifully positioned. Runs wide though.
A lot of cub on the way out.
Bloody hell. Jan with DRS with the Force India.
This isn't doing
not
either
cleared
of
him.
them any
No,
favours
this-
with those tyre strategies.
Yeah, I think this is more kind of adrenaline, isn't it? They want to be the alpha male sort of thing. And Grim has got him on the inside. Jan hangs it round. He's not. Grim's done him again, but
Very
runs
deep
wide.
into the next corner under marbles.
Oh.
Less grip coming out.
It's not over. Grim's there.
He's holding it.
He's done
holding
him.
it.
Grim's
Great
done him.
exit speed there. Even though he
Wow.
went very deep into the corner.
Unbelievable battle. Mate, I can't even plan my podium questions earlier because I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. I genuinely haven't got a clue. But we're going to focus now.
We're going
Jan
absolutely
and
mental.
Grim's still going
Pride
at it.
for this one's Pride, isn't it?
Goodness. Oh, Grim. Oh, a bit of lag. Ooh, I saw that a little bit there. Bit dodgy. So, well, it may just be me lagging, to be honest. Fuck that shit. Everyone seems to be driving normally. No damage, no...
Points means praises, and that's the way
Certainly
it is.
does, mate. Grim's currently on course for his third position of the season. Runs wide. Jan's got him and has DRS, by the way, here. Grim may have to concede this. Tyre's looking a little bit worse for wear. However, Grim's not got DRS, but he's in the slipstream. Are you kidding me? The Haas has kept up with the Force India with DRS.
Keeping in his slipstream and making good use of it.
Yes, and all of a sudden, Senna, it's going to be role reverse. Grim is in DRS again. This is battle of the season. This surely to God. Oh, runs a bit wide there. 4 off the track. No real advantage, I don't think Senna was there, as far as I'm concerned.
No.
Ooh, he's gone for the outside there. Ooh.
So a little touch there on the ring.
Little bit of a niggle.
Have a look around. Shag with a bit of space, bit of breathing room.
That'll be beautiful for him, wouldn't it? He's going to be aiming to chase down
On those medium
Gamer.
tyres. Be able to make them last.
Forrester has now
see
turned
when
around and
Shag
said his
went on.
internet was off and only just come back on. Right, we'll have a word with the guys because apparently they believed he was working. We'll have a word with them a little bit later on. Right, so
Shag out with brand new medium tyres.
he's going to be hauling him in, isn't he, by the way?
Yeah.
He's going to be hauling him. I wish I could take my eyes off this battle, Senna. I really do. I want to go and give some
Grim's
people some
still only
coverage.
done one stop.
He's done
Grim and
fantastic.
Maldini are
Grim.
the only ones on a one stop so far.
I'll tell you what, mate, Maldini could just ride off into the sunset car. He's currently 51 seconds ahead. And Shag, look at Shag, he's on the back of him nearly. Only 4 seconds off the back of this team, this group now. Here comes
Yep, he's coming.
Grim, though. He's got DRS now. This is ridiculous. Oh, bit of lag.
Bit of lag there.
lag.
Oh,
I'll tell you, with the lag,
side by side again.
great
Here we go.
driving. Great driving for the pair of them.
He's going to hold it on the outside.
Respectful driving there by the pair of them, too.
Side by side here.
Last corner.
Oh, just
hits.
cut in front. That could have
Grim
been.
hits.
That was close.
Ooh, fuck my life. Could have kind of ended in tragedy. So Shag inherits 4th.
Swizz comes round.
Swizz is there. You can see Swizz in the background. Swizz takes
One
6th.
wide.
5th, sorry, and Verstappen takes 6th position. Grim, of course, will come out 7th. We'll give Maldini some love now. I can have a bit of a break now. Fuck, God, my life. We have then Maldini leading by, well, half of China. Half of the Great Wall, I think is leading by at the moment. As we say, Senna, we will adjust people's performances based on where they are. I think Maldini in this Ferrari is rather...
Hemp's done a lovely job of staying second.
Maldini pits. That's an early pit stop. Yeah, Hemp's second still, isn't he, I think you said? Yeah, he is. Hemp's second. Fantastic.
Hemp's a good 20 seconds clear of Jan and Shag here. So he's got a bit of breathing room and possibly enough breathing room to take those super softs out and get on to the end of the race with the set of another set of mediums maybe.
Maldini pits, by the way, Senna. Comes out
Okay.
comfortably first.
Yeah, no problem there.
Absolutely years ahead. We are now going to...
Hemp
go
now
on
coming
the
down the start finish straight.
We've got Hemp in second. I just flicked onto Hemp briefly to get to our 4th position man,
27
Shag,
seconds to gap.
because we may have another battle for Soljian, bless him.
Through the wall, so.
Goodness It's me, the poor guy. I know Holland doesn't get many wars in real life, but you know you don't have to cause them on the bloody racetrack. You know what I mean? Hashtag no politics. But we got Swizz in the background, Verstappen and Swizz in the background. That's one just to keep an eye on potentially. We have then Shag in the Red Bull.
Shag is there.
He is, and that's. But it all depends about the remaining stops, doesn't it? I think possibly Grim. We'll have a look at what he's running at the moment. Mediums. Grim can get to the end.
Yeah, you can at this rate, yeah.
Which means Jan.
31 laps.
Shag has 26 laps on the medium tyres. That is going to be a stretch. Around China at least.
That's very good.
He's going to have to do 26 laps here, Senna, on the medium tyres to get to the end of the race. Shag should, I think, utilise potentially a soft or super soft tyre at the end, depending on where he is. He has to dispatch Soldier Jan this lap
21 laps.
and leave him. He's got to do it. 21 laps to go now. Probably 20 in Maldini's case, isn't it? Because he's about 6 years ahead of everybody at the moment. But we've got Jan.
Super soft tyres still looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's dragging him out, isn't he? I was about to say he's been on what, 4 or 5 laps now.
Yeah, that's good.
Jan and
Quite a
Shag.
bit of space there.
Bitter rivals on Saturdays from last season.
Side by side.
Oh, Shag played him like a fiddle. Let him go wide.
Lovely, superb move.
Kept alongside him until the absolute maximum point he could. And it's compromised Jan's exit with Stafford Shag up into 3rd position in the Red Bull.
Looking to build on that race win he had last race.
Certainly is, man. He's going to be on course for 40 points here, which will keep him top of the Drivers' Championship.
And Hemp is only 11.7 seconds away from the lead now.
Really? So he's the super soft tyres have really done him justice there.
Yeah.
Really done him
Definitely.
justice. As Maldini has not been on the mediums too long. He will be aiming to go to the end as well here, I'm assuming, unless he's got such a lead that he can pit in for the super soft tyres at the end, or maybe even the softs. We've got another battle on track here as well.
Increasing.
By accident.
Between first and second.
Oh, what's the gap now, mate? Just out of interest.
Says 12.3.
12.3. Right, so Maldini beginning to get his tyres cooking. Scott and Swizz. Verstappen and Swizz 051. The two guys are still going at it after they come out of the pits. Swizz on the softer compound. Them soft tyres are going to really, really struggle. Coming up soon. Here we go. Here comes Swizz now. With Verstappen all over the back of him. Great aerial shot. Verstappen loses control.
Oh!
Oh, heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for Scott there. Had a great run on Swizz for 5th place. Just dropped the car. Great catch, by the way, there. Had to be done.
Jan trying to shag in a bit of weaving there on the finish straight. Jan behind him.
We're on board with them guys now. I believe Scott and Swizz will remain quiet for the next few laps. I hope.
Both on the medium tyre here. Not sure who's got the fresher tyres, but Shag.
But yeah, it's Shaggy by a mile, I think. I think Verstappen's only pitted. Well, sorry, Jan's only pitted once, isn't he? Was he? No, he's twice. He had the super soft and soft, didn't he? So he's got mediums. So covering all compounds. I hope you've got that game achievement already there, Jan, to be honest, mate, because this is not the time to get. We have 89 minutes into the stream, into the Chinese Grand Prix, including qualifying. We are now on lap 37 of 56, 19 and a half laps to go for these guys. Maldini leads, Hemp second, Shag third, with Jan keeping close tabs on him in fourth. We've got Swizz in fifth, Verstappen sixth, and Grim Nosh Nosh in seventh position. Venom's, of course, one of our two guys who didn't finish. Seemed to, well, he lost it coming around the final corner. A lot of mistakes. He's, of course, given a little interview already. He has turned around and told this, but we're going to change distraction for a minute. Here comes Soldier Jan, and he's got Shag.
Oh!
That is...
Wow.
That is a statement. That is a statement.
I suppose each car performs better or worse with different tyre compounds too, so it's maybe that medium's working well for the Force India there.
This is ruining Shag's race. In terms of Jan
Certainly
and
worked
Shag.
well for me.
Ooh, Jan, both on the first corner. Here we go.
Bit of pressure there.
Ooh,
It's good racing.
Jan runs a bit wide. Ooh, good driving there by Jan. Go for the up and under, couldn't quite do it.
It's good that they're not giving up, they're still holding on to this.
Oh, it's brilliant, this driving.
Every place is a loss from that one. And now we're getting to the point of the race where the engineer may come on and say there's going to be less power coming from the engine due to over-revving at the beginning of the race.
Yes.
There's lots of things and factors that cover the race for each individual, so
And it's good.
depends what problems they have to manage.
Great point. It could happen, and you hope almost in a way it doesn't happen for teams such as Red Bull or Toro Rosso, because their engine was already down anyway, and Shaq comes dangerously close to the back of Jan there. Here we go.
No McLarens today, yeah?
No, Tower Bean is not here today, man. He's currently away.
Ah.
So Tower is on holiday at the moment. But here we
Well,
go.
it's been nice. Keeping the pressure. Yeah.
It is. It's one of them things, isn't it, at the moment we've got. Here we go, and Shag on the back of Jan. Oh, God, what a camera angle that is.
Right exit.
Both of them, fantastic exits. Shag, of course, with a bit more
Absolute
pace.
quality exit.
Going down the outside here.
Oh! Made it
Shag
happen.
on the outside.
It. If you can hold it. Oh, touch of the white line there.
Why is my controller disconnected? Oh, but Shag's been overtaken back again. Sorry, Senna, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is that all good? Wicked, I'm still here.
I touched the white line just off the top of the corner there, the long right hander.
Oh, man, that's
Just a
annoying.
bit of grip.
I had my controller wire, because I've got it charged in at the moment, just kind of moved slightly, and it went onto the start menu. Just missed that. I watched it on screen. Hopefully you guys would have caught that. Forgive me. I did miss
Great
it
fighting
myself
spirit
personally.
from Jan. Really good fighting spirit from him today. He's been
Unbelievable.
battling the whole race.
Jan's had a couple of misdemeanors since he's joined esports racing. You know what I mean? He's had a few penalties here and there, but this is fantastic racing, of the highest caliber. And just
Fair racing.
Oh, Jan! Oh, he's gone
Very
terribly deep into the corner.
that corner.
Shag seems to love going around the outside here. Not the corner to do it. Or is it the corner?
Oh,
Jan goes on the grass.
big touch. Oh.
How on earth have they both survived?
I don't know.
Great car.
Is he still in front of him? With that
Still in
touch
front,
of the
he's still
exit?
going.
Oh, he's still
Some
doing
of
it.
the
Jesus.
best driving I've
Force
seen
India
this
goes
season.
fast in a straight line.
And Shag gets him round the outside again. Unbelievable racing.
Verstappen and Swizz having another battle here as well.
Oh, let's go quickly.
Verstappen just got
onto them
past Swizz
briefly.
there. Very close.
Did miss the overtake. We were watching Jan and Shag
Grim
there for a
in
minute.
7th
He's not a million miles away, Grim,
on
is
the
he?
medium tyre.
It's only a straight away, and he will go to the end. We know that for a fact. Grim will take places. We'll go quickly around the field again. Maldini first, Hemp second. And we'll go back on board with the third position man, Mustafa Shag, with Soldier Jan.
Hemp's made a strategy work for him. You know, I'll be honest, this is his favourite track, you know, as he's told me before, and
Good
he's
call,
got the strategy
Senna.
well worked out for that.
Because Hemp's pitted and just come back out in front of him.
Hemp does love this Grand Prix, you know, so it's good to see him at the front.
Hemp.
Maldini on the other side of the track, however, you know.
Yeah, he's... Yeah. Bit of a deliberation, I think, about the cars, where we think we're going to put people here, I think, next race. But, as we said, you take advantage of learning the pace. Maldini got given a Ferrari based on his performance of last season, mainly. So, obviously, now we are live now with the kind of level of performance where we can see people. And this is where it is. We'll go back on board now with Verstappen and Swizz. And I think for the first time... Oh, Verstappen runs wide. I was going to say we're nearly quiet, but Verstappen runs wide, which gives Swizz an absolute dream opportunity. to come back on the back of him.
Just coming thick and fast. That DRS. No DRS. Oh, it's
No
still
DRS,
very
and
quick
he's
in
got
the
him
straight
anyway.
line. Oh, he's going for it.
He's going for it. Oh,
Oh, touch.
nothing he could do.
Oh,
Braking,
it's like
Williams'
touch of the rear wheel.
braking was awful there, wasn't it? Oh, that's not a broken wing, is it?
I hope not.
Oh.
I think so. There's damage to that Williams.
I will stick on
Either
board
that or
now
it's the end
with
of the stint
Swizzle.
Anyway. Some
No,
greening
Joe's
on the
saying that
tyres. I
he
think
was
they
on
used.
them tyres for a very long time, wasn't he, in fairness?
Yep.
No, it was it's a routine
Benefit
stop.
from that fresh rubber.
Routine stop, Senna.
Yep.
So
Benefit
we
from that.
gonna
The
go
compound.
back onto the third, fourth place guys here. No real
Grim
battling
moves
going
up.
on. Grim into sixth, of course. It is now up to Swizz to catch Grim, of course. Oh, I've gone the wrong way with that. Just flicking through for the moment here. It's obviously, you know, I'm the guy who has to stick on one particular camera, but just want to show people some love in this race. We're going to go on board now with Maldini. I'm just going to have to nip for a quick bathroom break, Senna. Forgive me here, mate. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what we'll do. Senna, name a car you want me to follow, just so you can do some commentary on that car, mate. Let us know one. I'm only going to be about 2 minutes, so forgive me.
I'll stick it on Swizz as we go around here with him.
We'll go Swizz. Not a problem, mate. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Sorry about this, buddy. Really, really quick.
No, that's fine. So Swizz, having been involved in quite a few battles, has had to compromise with the strategy. I'm not sure if the soft tyre here will bring him towards the end of the race, but maybe a set of super softs at the end for good measure. Everyone with a healthy gap now. People deciding what tyres they want to be on for the end of the race. Obviously some have mixed strategies. Maldini seems to have run away with it. Goes to show how fast that Ferrari is. I mean, he's now 1 minute and 15 seconds behind Maldini Swizz here in 7th place. And the Williams is, you know, it's a fast competitive car around here. It's just been a lot of battling and a lot of high tyre wear. You know, it's plays a huge factor into how you plan your race ahead from each moment to each moment. And good racing.
I'm back, mate. Forgive me there, man. I had to sprint back downstairs.
Side by side action.
Oh, what we got? Forgive me.
No, I was just talking about how the race so far.
Oh, thank God.
Everyone's got a nice wee gap though. Everyone's
I
pretty
have something to
nice.
point out. Grim has jumped Jan.
Oh,
Are we going to get another
5th place
battle?
now.
Soldier Jan, Senna, based on what he's done, I'd almost say he's going to be on course for a near driver of the day here. The battling has just been ridiculous from him. He's been brilliant how he's managed to do it. Obviously, he had the little mini tap, didn't he, on the front of Grim before. But
Yeah, he did. It was a wee bit of a touch, not too much, but hopefully no
didn't
damage.
give him much room into the corner. Probably a barely legal amount of room. But, you know...
Hemp on the 3-stop as well. Hemp's come in onto the soft tyre.
Yep. And back in on the... Oh, he's gone for... Yeah, he's gone to the end on them. 16 laps on them. He should be able to just about maintain
Yeah,
that.
we're fine.
We've currently got also here from... So, without going on to the cars now, we have Maldini in first, Hemp second, Shag third, Verstappen fourth, Grim fifth, great comeback drive, Jan sixth, and Swizz in 7th position. Just hoping that Swizz, as he'll be hoping mainly that he doesn't want to come in that last position, but then of course points mean prizes, so good stuff. We have then Jan catching Grim finally. Let's show some broadcast cam, let's see what Codemasters has to offer here, shall we? Coming through now the windy part section of section 2, going towards the S section, going now towards, I'd almost say, the C section coming up, so that's good there. No reference to babies. Yeah, why did I say that? Fucking real, that's what I said. Fucking dickhead. Right, moving on. We have then In 5th position, Grim. 6th, Jan. This has been the battle race. Verstappen just round the corner then in 4th position. Just saw Verstappen.
Jan
just
catching
go
him
on
now,
the
he's
top.
putting that head down.
He really is. This is all about Jan now.
There's a bit of smoke coming from Hemp's engine. No, lap
What?
44
Really?
is definitely some smoke. It's light smoke, but definitely
Hemp
there.
again.
It's an engine or a gearbox issue.
Second week in a row
Can you
for
just
Hemp.
see it there? Can you just
I've
see
got
it?
it. I'm on it.
Just puffing at the back.
I certainly can, mate. I've got it here.
Yeah, on the broadcast, very noticeable.
Hemp with smoke.
That's only going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. So driver then his means now, but who's third? Shag has obviously had no issues and can push hard. So maybe Rob second place. Yeah, he's got plenty of time to do it.
He certainly could do. Go back on board
There's
with
not
Jan.
that much of a difference
Who's
between
got
them
Grim?
either.
Where's Grim? Grim pits. Again.
Then.
Oh, the mediums. I don't think the mediums would have got to the end there.
The soft is a good option now. At this
He's got
point
the
in the race.
softs. I was about to say. Grim would have been hoping that these tyres would have gotten to the end with the mediums.
Maldini on those mediums still making it work.
He is. Maldini is just. I think this is. We could really give. We can't really give the race. Well, he's going to be up there for driver of the day, isn't he? You know what I mean? But. And Grim is nearly lapped by Maldini here, by the way, Senna.
Yep, I was going to say, I just seen that.
Considering Grim had the battle with Maldini earlier in the race, it's almost like a kick in the teeth for him, isn't it? But we do have Verstappen in 4th, Shag in 3rd, 45 seconds off the lead.
Swizz has kept a consistent gap to the lead. So he's maybe coming down a small fraction, but not much. He should stay unlapped.
I think he probably will, most likely, well, depending on how quick Maldini does go, doesn't it, really? How much he chooses to push. If it was myself now, based on the gap,
Verstappen
just
in.
be kind of... Verstappen pits in, good call, we'll go on board with Verstappen now. Jan moves into 4th.
Alright.
Where will... Now, I know Grim wasn't too far behind Verstappen, so this is going to be interesting to see if he can catch him. And I believe that was Swizz through into 5th. So Swizz with a huge undercut there on Verstappen.
All the strategies are coming to a head now, and it's up to the drivers to finish the race.
Grim just not having a good race at the moment, is he, unfortunately? Verstappen comes out in 6th position. Swizz in 5th position. All going on the soft tyre. Nobody wants to give the super softs a go, and you can hardly blame them, really, can you, in terms of how long we've got to go?
That engine is only getting worse for him, because, sorry to say, but it's just starting to flow out the back of that Williams there.
Now, this is a key point in the race for Shag, as we're on board with Shag. I'm trying to see if I can see Hemp in the distance. I don't quite think I can yet at the moment, but Hemp with the newer tyres, with a damaged engine. It's almost like giving someone a tenner, cutting the tenner in half and giving them 10 £10 coins, isn't it? It's one of them where you've got such a weird philosophy, but you know, it does work. If you think about it, he's got new tyres on, he's having a great time. He's got a damaged engine, so he's losing all the advantage of the pace that he would have had on the new soft tyres over Shag's mediums. It's one of them things that it's going to be intriguing to see which way we end up here. I genuinely don't know how this is going to work, Senna. I genuinely don't. This is going to be a battle for second. We know Maldini.
The gaps are comfortable-ish. I mean, they're not.
It is 11 seconds between second and
Everyone's
third
got the
place.
space.
They have. I think this is the first race this season where we've had every single car not battling for this length of time. But we've had a corker. We have had a corker. The front has been pretty much decided since pretty early on in the Grand Prix. Maldini with the battle with Grim. That was the kind of moment that decided really the race, wasn't it, really, in terms of that. We have, unless we see any other evidence that proves that Maldini, it was a dirty move, because obviously we have to wait and see what the guys present us, and of course, don't we, as well, at the end.
Hemp is short shifting like hell to preserve that engine, and it is still coming out the back of the car.
He has to, I think.
It's only going to get worse.
Gone past the point. We'll get on board with Hemp now.
Still 207 mile an hour at the end of that straight there.
I'll tell you what, when he was doing 214, Senna, when that engine was fine, That's 7 mph.
Quite a drop.
Is a killer blow. He's going to have to be worrying
That
here.
will
10 laps
obviously
to go.
help Shag. That Renault engine.
As long as it isn't the 2017 Renault engine, then everyone's going to be okay, aren't they? For God's sakes, that's awful this year. Absolutely shocking this year, this Renault, but of course, we will see where we go. 10 laps to go. Maldini seems to be home and dry. Hemp in second position, 36.
It's your mum. It's looking really racy earlier on. You know, it's a real shame to see Evans white.
It was, man, wasn't it? It really was.
Mixing between all these lot with the strategy.
It really, really would have been the way forward. Obviously, with Vemmans and Ben colliding at the start of the race, we of course will see the collision. I'm assuming, you know, it must have been recorded, especially from Ben's point of view.
Within 10 seconds of Hemp.
Oh, really?
That,
So
that gap is coming down gradually.
Shag now will probably be putting the hammer down.
Those medium tyres and Hemp on the soft. Did we have a retirement there? What was that?
What's happened?
I don't know, I just saw something come up there. Oh, Nosh is out.
Grim's out.
Nosh has gone off. Oh, yeah, he's out.
Oh, Grim.
Oh, such a shame, man.
Another bad race. 3 guys today, 3 retirements, 3. Pardon me for saying it. Oh, Hemp just had a massive plume of smoke coming out the back of the car.
Yeah, it's happening. Yeah. It's only getting worse. Maldini's gone. What on earth? That puts Hemp up into first.
He's gone. He's gone. He lost connection.
Oh, no way. Hemp in first place then.
Maldini's gonna. Oh no. That's a
Maldini's
DNF.
AI is still in first place.
That's
but
a
that is
DNF,
going
mate.
it's
The
done.
disconnection
Hemp is
before.
going to take first place.
Hemp is first. Oh
Maldini
my
obviously
God.
with no points whatsoever.
Again. The
After a
curse
sure thing.
of Maldini.
Sure thing.
The curse of Maldini. 40 seconds up the road. 48 seconds up the road.
Done deal.
The disconnection ruins him. It is a DNF. It has to be done. It's not late enough in the race. I bet Grim's probably thinking, goodness me, if I kept going now, that would have been 6th place. Oh, we need to
That
know
will
what
put
happened
Hemp
to
at the
Grim.
top of the championship.
Do you know what? It actually won't.
Provided Shag's points.
If Shag stays in 2nd place, a first and a second, 43 points. Hemp will only be on
Oh, that's a
37.
good point actually. I didn't
battle
think
lines
about
will be
Shags
drawn.
actually. He's right there.
Here's the point.
So let's have a look
Shag
at the gap. Oh,
is hauling
Shag
in
and Hemp.
Hemp.
There's something rotten actually. 2 seconds there in the last couple of
And
laps.
by the way,
Um,
Soldier Jan has been promoted to 3rd place. In the
Yeah, it says he's on
standings.
4th here.
Oh yeah, you've got to kind of rule out Maldini. With the disconnection, it is a DNF. There's no other way around it. It's 2...
No, I mean Jan in 4th.
Oh yeah, he would be. If you have to move all the guys up, don't you? It says Shag in 3rd. Like
Oh, so
Maldini's
you
still
do,
first, but he's got AI, hasn't he? With the no donkey
Nosh might
chance,
find himself
Maldini.
going down a couple of places.
I think he will, yeah. I think he will. Immediately Hemp will overtake him. Jan will overtake him.
Maldini really
Verstappen.
could have done with this win as well, with 6
Oh.
points already in the championship.
Maldini with his disconnections.
Not sure if he'll be allowed to come back in, will he? No.
He can't. He can't.
Ah, well.
It will ruin the lobby too
A
much.
shame.
Oh, goodness me.
It's not too many
Really-
engines to talk about, but 1 or 2 maybe, if anyone wants in looked at.
Yep,
Sure
anybody
they will.
wants to give us a shout, obviously after the race, as many guys as want to can watch this, like I said. This is All Good Performance League. Make sure you do follow my Twitch channel if you want to watch this on a live basis, but more importantly, make sure you watch the esports YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're growing. We're part of the IGL now. So we are part of that now, of course, aren't we? You know, their website, of course. So
I'm
you know, we've got a dual partnership. Thank you very much to Lee Hopwood, of course. Much love, my man. Thank you. But please make sure you do visit us, because all of our results, all of our videos, past videos, will be on the YouTube channel and also on there. Now, Mustafa Shag 36. it's... Now these guys are going to be chasing down an AI, but they do... I'm not sure if they know. Oh, Beer's put on there as well. Maldini, unlucky, robbed. He is...
It's a shame, man. It was a done deal. It was an absolute done deal.
This game has a feature which means you can jump back into an AI car, doesn't it? But the game is that broken, we can't utilise it.
I don't know if it does come in, then it will be a terrible, terrible connection.
It will, but it's the game, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, isn't it? We shouldn't have to be playing a game in 2017. Forgive me for having a bit of a rant here, guys. We'll talk about, you know, kind of more along the lines of what's going on.
I'm pumped up for the new game.
Oh,
I hope if it
Maldini's
works
not happy.
well, then I'm going to be quite happy with it, you know.
He's released a comment.
Oh dear.
I'm not sure. Can you pause the game a minute just to check if Grim's still in the lobby at the moment, or is he... I don't think he... No, he's not. Grim's not left, is he?
He hasn't left, no.
No, he's still in the... Maldini, Grim hasn't left the lobby, he only retired, buddy. His name's still on the thing, isn't it? I think. Senna? He should be on the race. I'll double check that actually while we're on board with Hemp.
It's on the race director.
Yeah, it's still there. It just says DNF, doesn't it? Because nobody's left the lobby other than Maldini. Unfortunately. I don't think. Oh, goodness me. Hemp Gamer, his highest finish in esports racing is
Maldini just AI just lagged behind Hemp for a slight moment there, for a very, very slight moment. It just flashed.
Oh,
and now it's
about, it's 8 seconds up the road, I think.
Yeah,
just hold it together, Hemp. Hold it together, Hemp. This is your biggest chance of a league race win. You're a friend of his.
Tyres are going to be screaming.
You've done it for a long time. Has Hemp ever won a league race?
Screaming. I'm not sure. This could be his first win.
What a podium we have. We have a battle, by the way.
No problem.
We have a battle.
And but that's smoke coming at the back of his car.
Battle for 4th place.
Here we go, here we go. Action. Finally.
I'm going to leave that for the moment. I'm more intrigued to see Hemp catch Maldini's AI. I know it's not kind of a battle really, but it will consolidate the fact that, you know, it's...
Top 5, well finished, hopefully.
Hope, yeah, fingers
crossed. Car keeps it together.
We've lost almost half the field today. Keep it this way, son. I will have to get some points in this, for fuck's sake, like, you know what I mean? But,
I know.
Yeah. 5 viewers, guys. Thank you for watching. All I say, Maldini, man, it's just... the words cannot describe what you're going through at the moment. I've never seen connectivity issues like this before. It's... You've had a couple of disconnections,
pain,
haven't you?
It has happened. It's fucking soul destroying, but yeah, you know, we can see the pace you've got in the Performance League, and pretty sure you can claw back those points.
Hey, let's have a look here. So we'll find out what's happened a bit later on, of course.
Snapping, closing up to Swizz.
We'll get back on board with them really quickly. Hemp Gamer on course for his first career victory, from what we know. Obviously, we're not 100% sure.
There we go. It's past the AI of Maldini.
Beers turned around and said, "Any more cars drop out, I might score some points." Here, get back in the queue. we have here Swizz with Verstappen.
Oh, and I can see a car in the distance behind Hemp here.
I believe that'll be Shag, won't it?
There's Shag. Aye.
No, it's the Maldini AI, I think. Maldini AI.
Right. Thy eyes deceive me.
All we have at the moment is Scott Verstappen. Listen, Scott Verstappen, that is Scott. Yeah, I was about to say, Grim is still in this lobby, by the way, Maldini. We can assure you, we've both double-checked now on stream. Grim is still here.
I think so.
If it's told you that other people have left as well, Maldini, that means you've simply disconnected, buddy, and it's happened again for you, unfortunately. But we've got to have to focus on the race at hand here. Unfortunate, but we've got a job to do. Here comes Swizz, battling with Verstappen for the inherited 4th position. Only 5 points positions. Hemp should do it.
12 seconds behind.
And the battle commences. We'll get on board with Hemp for the last probably 2 or 3 laps. It'll be Senna. Probably just say if you could possibly have a little bit of a...
on his mind. I mean,
I was about to say, if you could possibly, when we're in the last 3 laps, just go up and down the order. I'll be following Hemp religiously. This is a new race winner. We called it that there would be a new one tonight, but let's be honest.
Well done to him.
Look at the clouds, Senna.
Doesn't look fabulous, does it? I mean, on a set of warm softs, but they don't react to temperature difference very well. I mean, just a couple of degrees will make a difference in the rain. It cools down the track very quickly here.
Is it gonna rain?
I don't think so.
No, a bit too much sun, isn't there? Just thinking then. Verstappen on the back of Swizz.
It's darkened over a bit.
It has. Oh, goodness me. We'll stay on board with this battle.
Stick it in broadcast.
All the guys are on the stream having a talk here. Grim had a retirement. It wasn't officially a retirement. No disconnection. Oh yeah, only one thing come up, Senna, didn't it? I was about to say, didn't it? If you remember. And moving on. Hemp is in first. Mustafa Shag needs to get the hammer down here if he wants to do anything. He is now officially second. He has overtaken the AI of Maldini.
Taken a good second and a half out of Swizz. Sorry, Hemp here. I mean, he's really pushing hard, but 3 laps to go. It's a lot of ground to cover.
Speak of Swizz. Oh my goodness me. Swizz and Verstappen are still all over each other. We'll focus on this battle just for another lap.
Very similar strategy, I think.
They're both on the soft tyres. Battle for 5th.
Who's got the life? Who's got the tyre life and the grip to...
I think Swizz has all the tyres. Yeah, he did, because he undercut Verstappen by quite a way. Verstappen's done brilliantly to catch back up with him. These two guys have been battling nose to tail since around about lap 6 when Grim and Jan stopped battling amazingly. Unbelievable battling caught on this race. I will be going on board with them in a moment, but Verstappen
is levelling off at 11 seconds.
It seems to be that way, doesn't it? Verstappen on the outside of Grim. I mean, no, Grim's out. What am I about? On the outside of Swizz. Verstappen's hung it around the outside. They've collided!
Oh shit!
Oh dear! Oh dearie me!
Now what?
Yeah, what happens now? Yeah, let's have a look. Swizz, no.
Anyone get a penalty?
Verstappen, no damage. Oh, I think Verstappen might have actually. No, I think they've just locked wheels. No, they've got away with it. Surely to God.
Oh.
Wow, you lucky bastards. Caught at the end. Well, lucky I kind of stayed with that for a lap longer than I was going to, wasn't it? Really? Goodness me.
Two determined people trying to get those points.
No fault there whatsoever. Brilliant driving by the pair of them to both almost hang it together, but they're just a little bit too close. We're on board.
They could still come to a head here in the last couple of laps.
Could you keep an eye on that possibly for a sin? I'm going to stay with Hemp as best I can on this last lap.
That smoke is thinking about it.
It's bad, isn't it?
It's coming, but it's not. I don't think it's bad enough. I mean, I've seen Swizz in worse states. Honestly, he still finished the race, so
yeah,
stuck in 7th gear.
7th gear with like the pillar of smoke from Lost chasing the rest of the cars around the track. You know what I mean?
That's unreal. Still very close here between Verstappen and Swizz. Having it out.
Have we got a battle, have we? I'll go quickly over to them really quickly.
We do.
Final corner.
The
I'll get on board with them quickly. As soon as it goes to lap 56, I will be on board with Hemp for his rundown lap.
Side by side coming to the start finish straight.
No fear by the pair of them.
Come on, man. Jesus.
Verstappen's done him. But he hasn't. He's run wide.
Tight line into the... Oh. He's keeping it there. He's there.
He's done it. Brilliant move. Round the outside. Trailer park girl in it. Go on, lad. Unbelievable battling. Which means now we can focus on Hemp Gamer.
Will Swizz come back? Or not?
I'll let you have a look a little bit. If he does, give me a quick shout over and I'll get straight back to him. I tell you what though, even the guys who've retired, Senna will be able to quote this from me as well, back me up here. Do you know what? It's been dull in parts. You spread out. When you guys have been together, some bloody fantastic racing tonight, lads. That has been fucking brilliant.
That's been
Battles
good.
everywhere.
Been good racing.
Senna, last lap then, mate. Driver of
What's
the
the
day.
points?
Who are you going to give it to? I want to give it to Maldini, but obviously the disconnection has marred the choice that I was going to make. I was going to say Jan, but I'll leave it to you first. Who would you say driver of the day has been?
Well, it's been a tough one really between Swizz and Verstappen. They've rattled the whole most of the race. Shag has made his way through the pack. To come
We've got a
solid
problem with
second
Hemp's car.
as well.
It's spitting bodywork.
Currently
Hemp's car's
eating its
spitting
engine.
bodywork. It is. I've had a
Eating
fly buzzing
itself.
around my fucking TV for 3 days. Piss off, you prick. Right, anyway.
You know what? I'll say Soldier Jan. You know, for third place. You know, he's done really well, and amid the battles to keep the strategy going too. You know, it's good racing.
It's been brilliant for him, hasn't it, with Jan? I'm actually going to go with our potential, I say race winner, but our potential race winner, Hemp, as we see him for the final time go around the long right-hander.
Well done to him, man.
Acting right-hander. Hey, I'll tell you what, it's not over
done
yet.
well. It's come
we
through
still
it.
got, we still got another 2
I know,
corners yet.
still first
Imagine.
Oh, don't say it.
Imagine. I would probably have a tear for him. Hemp.
Shag just in the background there.
Shag has finally got in the background. A bad stint for Shag, you consider, but still a good race for him as well. As we're on board with Hemp Gamer coming around the final corner. Didn't lose it.
Hey,
Hemp Gamer wins
well
his
done,
first
Jim.
Grand Prix, the Chinese Grand Prix.
Get in there.
What a win by Hemp.
Engine is eating
Very
itself.
lucky.
Still managed
Very
to get
lucky.
there.
Verstappen Shag, second position in the Red Bull. Good drive by Shag. Come through a lot of problems. Made it work. Shag maintains his lead at the top of the driver's standings.
That's
Soldier
it.
Jan
That's the last one.
comes around the last corner in third position. Third position for Soldier Jan. Great driving. Fourth position.
Very good.
We've got a battle between Maldini. Oh, Verstappen has done Swizzle. Where is Swizz? Well, Verstappen really did
He's
Swizz.
just come in the
Swizz has
last
had a lot of
corner there.
mistakes. So, right then, guys, what a race that was. That shouldn't have been that exciting with only 9 people. We have
Him
then
for the fastest
Hemp
lap
Gamer.
and the win.
He did. Didn't get pole because he started last, so fair play to him. Hemp first,
Well done,
Shag
lad.
second, Jan third. If you can bring those 3 in for me, please, Senna, Hemp, Shag and Jan. If you could bring them into the party, please, my man. Verstappen is 4th, Swizz 5th, and then nobody else scores. Maldini classified, but it was AI. It does qualify as nil points. Oh, dearie me, what a controversial ending to the Chinese Grand Prix, but a beautiful ending. By the way, Senna, have you noticed in 12th position how the guy in 12th position who didn't even enter the race has done 3 stops?
Aye.
Just realised that now. We've got Soldier Jan to bring in as well. Here we go. If I could just ask all the guys on the podium, please, to potentially if you could all include your audio, if you can, guys.
Yes, chef.
So let's have a quick look then. Right, so Senna, we have just seen one of the more in kind of incident-filled races that we've had in ESR, to be honest. And we celebrate a new winner under, it must be said, controversial circumstances, but you take it any way you can to finish first. First you got to finish. Hemp Gamer, welcome to the winner's circle, buddy. Congratulations, mate.
Nice to be up here, mate, for a change, but it's a very hollow victory, man, as you said.
Seems it.
I was gosh to the point I just didn't want to pass him.
Crazy.
It was bad.
I mean,
That was great, man. It was good racing, the whole thing. Everybody was in battles, everyone was working their way through by a strategy, quality.
I could see it on the map. There was lots of battles and that going on, man. And,
with
few
you though, Hemp,
lost and
you
stuff
had
like that,
a
but,
relative. You probably had the most quiet race out of the field.
yeah.
Really, I mean,
the first
so kind
stint was busy, but other than that, man, it was gone.
Yeah, you had a few battles at the start, didn't you? And then all of a sudden, you just
Yeah.
kind of. I mean, just out of a matter of interest, Sam, this is a bit of an unusual question for me to ask at this. Usually I ask, how was your race? You know, stereotypical. But
You can get a key for it, mate.
with the first corner, I want to get your kind of, just really quick before I move on to the rest of the guys, how did you manage to solve your first corner problem? Because me and Senna did notice it a lot, that when you're going into the first corner, you basically drove off to Beijing. It was a bit of an issue.
Aye. I don't know what
solve
was
that
going on, man. I think I might have loaded up the wrong setup, to be honest, man. Because my tyre wear was extremely high through the tyre race, and it's never usually that high around China. So I'm thinking maybe I've made a mistake. Just been woken up now, you know, and kind of putting the wrong setup on. After that, I just had to start braking earlier and gearing down a bit quicker, man, as I was going through it. Like,
you were in last place as well.
Quite a few corners, man.
Last to first, well done.
Yeah, I got a 140.7 in my qualifying lap, man, but bloody invalidated it, like, so.
We did notice. I think you pointed out to me, Senna, didn't you? But no, Hemp, congratulations, mate. Second position, Mustafa. No worries, man. Mustafa Shag back up here again. Well, that was a fun race for you, Shaggy, wasn't it?
Well,
goodness me.
I had quite an eventful race, yeah. Just
plenty to do, man.
Clipped the back end of freaking Vemins on the first corner, which lost me half my wing. So I had to spend the first half of the race friggin' with half a wing. Came in, changed the wing, changed the tyres, went back out. Halfway through the next one, I accidentally kind of took a little bit too much of the freaking hairpin corner and cut it. But I haven't even had a warning all through it. And it gave me a 5-second stop and go. Straight away. Bang. So the next time I came in the pits, yeah, I had to stand there for 5 seconds then before they'd even do anything. So that's why. But apart from that, getting second after all that, I'm happy enough, kid. 18 points. Woo!
You got lucky, man. Top of the championship. In terms of the fact that you know why I'm saying lucky, because we should be interviewing somebody else right now, but you know it's a shame, but it happens. You know, at the end of the day, I've never seen it happen like this before. But we will now look to speak to Soljian. First time, mate. I have spoke to you once previously back in Monza on Saturday, but congratulations,
yes.
And I will alert you to the fact that me and Senna caught every second of your battle with Grim. I have to say, so far, that is the best battle I've seen this season, even better than Shag and Hightower. That battle between you and Grim, watch it back on the stream, guys. You two kicked the shit out of each other, in fairness. Jan, you've had a really eventful race. How do you think it went for you, mate? If you possibly let us know.
It was hectic.
It was a lot going on, man.
Jesus, man. I had my battle with Grim. Yeah. How many laps would that take? Like 7 laps?
Hey,
that,
Jan, I was in party with Grim. He was fucking going off it. He couldn't get fucking the fight. He said, "What a fucking battle I'm having with you, like."
Yeah.
So,
man, I like it. And Shaq, you too. Jesus, I had.
Yeah, you too as well.
Yeah.
Jan, but do you know what? Throughout the whole thing, Jan, as well, and Senna pointed this out as well. By the way, guys, check out Senna on commentary. Fantastic and analytical, brilliant he is. He calms me down royally.
Never
Royally calms me down.
Happy with the result.
I tell you what, Jan, you should be. Welcome to the Force India car. Obviously, there is a couple of things we do have to address. Nothing really too major. I don't think, Senna, have we? There's a couple of bits that we have seen where we've questioned
I was a good boy.
Dive on 2 cars and there's a bit of contact at the hairpin.
Yep, but other than that, nothing really as a mentalist sort of thing. There was one move that we had that I believe a couple of people.
I wasn't too happy
about.
with Maldini's move. Well,
there you go. We weren't gonna mention names, but you know, fuck politically correct.
Maldini, I'm gonna throttle a little bugger like when I get had him. I have included this in the audio. I'm telling you, Maldini, I'm gonna throttle you.
I don't think you should. He's probably still crying, man. To be honest, I would be as well.
Oh, you said it bad enough, man.
Felt bad for the guy.
40-second lead. It was
he was off. No, there was no catching him.
Opportunities as they come, and that's how it is.
Exactly, mate. You've got to do it, haven't you? And,
well done, Hempy.
And Hemp as well, mate. Brilliant.
Cheers,
now, of course, it's one of those things here, guys. Of course, now I don't know if the cars will be the same next week. This is just for the viewers as opposed to the drivers. We'll inform them. Once again, guys, if there's any new followers of this channel, drop me a follow. Everyone gets Esports Racing's YouTube channel, please. follow our fucking page, subscribe to us. But you know,
And if you,
Scottish in you there.
and if you think you can do better, sign up to the league and come and show us.
exactly. You know what I mean? It's one of them. But by the way, you've got to race for another league before you join this one, so happy days.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, is it the part as well, Shag? We say, oh, by the way, both leagues are full, so gutted. They're not really. I'm joking. But no, we've got, we do have the next event coming from esports, which will be presented by Mustafa Shag at twitch.tv/Mustafa Shag. Mustafa with an F. Shag, all one word, of course. No underscores, no dots, no spaces. If you put a space in a URL, you are from the fucking 19th century. Right. So this has been Senna, of course. I know I'll let you sign yourself out, mate.
It's been a good race. Well done to you all. It's been close battles.
thank you,
You
sir.
couldn't really tell who was
Yeah,
going to
thank you.
prevail in the end, but well done to all of you.
And this has been Positively Glad. Much love, take care, all the best, and we'll see you very, very soon, Tuesday. Watch out for me blowing my tyres up. Goodbye for now.
Bye bye.